All right, time to cook. Let's get right into it. Diddy. Diddler.
Good old Diddy.
This is season 3, episode 3, Weird City Podcast.
Welcome to Weird City Podcast, friends.
Welcome to Weird City.
I hate them niggas be all up in the camera. You can see the ring in their eye.
Oh, like the light ring?
Yeah. Which I'm just hating because niggas just be so happy.
So on this Diddy thing, everybody, so a lot of people coming out. I don't know if you guys watched Joe Budden's take or Isis. No. Is it Ish? Who's the light skinned one?
Ish.
His take was that he thinks it's corny that everybody's coming out and telling their truths about Diddy now that he's locked up.
Well, I mean, the alternative is that you say nothing and then you just get associated with Diddy. So I think it's more like sounds like PR, but
Well,
yeah.
I think he's saying in terms of people speaking out, saying that
he's saying like, well, why you ain't say nothing when he was out?
Hey, I saw that nigga who accused Diddy of sexually assaulting him, and he's in jail.
the white guy.
No, the black
guy, and Diddy didn't show up to court, and he got like $100 million because of default. When I saw that, first thing came to my mind was like, Diddy raped me too.
I mean, that's a tough one. That's.
I'll go get me some money.
Well, there's like
At what cost?
What they said?
At what cost?
It's like 30 or 40 lawsuits coming out now. So like there is something to
Yeah, I mean,
like everybody's just filing and just trying to like dry up the Diddy bag.
well, here's the thing, because I mean, I know I joke, and so I don't want to be too jokey or whatever, but not speaking for these people who get sexually assaulted, but why are you laughing?
Because it's always like a touchy where you're gonna go.
You're gonna need disclaimers essentially.
No, I'm not gonna take it there. But people probably don't speak up because Diddy was a powerful dude, and they felt like, hey, if I say something, then whatever career in entertainment that I'm trying to pursue, that maybe people won't. Can you turn it down a little bit because it's popping on that people. Perfect, but people won't fuck with me, or the industry won't fuck with me because Diddy can possibly blackball me. Because I'm pretty sure if people came out with this shit like 10 years ago, nobody wouldn't believe it because nobody came out and said shit. Like, I feel like Cassie was the one that started this, yes, but also I'm assuming that people that were doing these freak offs were signing NDAs and shit. But what's crazy is that video with that white dude.
Oh, in the prison cell where he sounds crazy, but he's giving you a lot of actual.
You know that was 2018.
Yeah, that wasn't recent.
And so he was describing like the freak offs and all that shit. So I believed it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I believe all this. I believe that the freak offs happened. I believe that there's probably a lot of niggas involved, and freak offs aren't illegal.
I think everything you said is accurate. I think there's the thing that we don't know is people who are claiming that they, again, here it's touchy, but people who are claiming they got raped, some people were there voluntarily.
Correct.
And some people were there for the clout.
Correct.
They may not have been privy to what exactly was about to go down, but when it started, they probably could have left, but if you're looking around and you're seeing A-tier celebrities there, you're like, well, if this is what they do to be in the industry, then I'm going to do this to at least get my foot in the industry.
Right.
But I feel like you can only do that for so long before either your booty gets tight or, your morals kick in.
Well, I just think it's like Ish's take, which I'm trying to see if I can find it. It's weird because, like, why would you, like, speak out against Diddy if he's blowing niggas' cars up? Because allegedly he blew up Kid Cudi's car.
Right. Or he threw a Molotov in it.
Well, was it a Molotov or I heard when he went to started it.
Really? Okay, maybe. I heard that a Molotov was thrown. But either way it goes, like, it's a fucked up situation. You know, the first thing that...
But, like... Well, no, wait, go ahead.
Oh, I do want to say that we're laughing at something that we see on the screen. I don't know if they can see what we see, but we're just seeing like some scare straight shit. But what were you gonna say? Because I was gonna take it to another.
Nah, I was just gonna say like it's just I'm kind of confused on if he's going to bat for Diddy or not, but it's ish. But it's just like, yeah, just of course everybody's gonna come out the woodworks and get their takes off now that he's in jail. It's like somebody that you know can touch you. Like
what did it say again?
He's trying to find it because I feel like that kind of
he just said that like, I mean that was just the whole premise of his point. Like, why is everybody coming out to speak against him now that he's locked up? Like, why was y'all like speak against him now? Basically, like it could have helped somebody out if y'all spoke against him before. But if he got power,
right? Because I think the thing about it is that when we come with these thoughts of like, yo, why didn't you do it then? Whatever. We're thinking in a normal human brain dealing with your average person. You know what I'm saying?
oh, here goes one. It'll come through.
Something in me that was heinous. And I can only speak for me and how I would respond. Y'all know I hold a grudge. If somebody did something to me that was heinous, I'm not kikiing with you. I'm not partying with you. I'm not doing nothing with you. Get the fuck away from me.
Okay.
Right? So now that the nigga gets locked up, now you come forward and say, yo, he destroyed my life.
But hold on, Ish. We've been heard the stories pertaining to Sean and the Puffy situation.
From Sean?
Yeah. Sean was just a nigga that was holding it down.
From
period.
Sean?
He was a nigga that was holding it down, and then when they questioned him, he said, of course I'm going to sit with him if it's for the betterment of my country, for Belize. I'm going to sit with him if this man is willing to donate to my country to help the education of the kids in my country. So I understand that sometimes, you have to bite the bullet. Sean just held it down. He took the charge. Illo and them, we heard.
Dog, again, my point is this. If that's your stance, cool. Shut the fuck up now, too.
You can't.
Yes, you can.
Let me tell you why.
Yes, you can.
Let me respond to you.
Yes, you can.
Right now, they calling anybody to the carpet that got a picture with Puff. So a person like Sean that has some political power in his country, you were sitting with this man recently. Explain that. Why did you do that? Now I gotta explain that.
Cool.
So that's Sean saying, hey, yo, dog, yes, I did sit with him. This is what happened. And on the flip side of that,
Yeah, cool. No, cool.
Speak.
No, I'm letting you finish.
No, you're not.
On the flip side, go ahead.
I don't understand.
He's waiting to get a
Where
break,
does he destroy? If they calling you to the carpet to explain why you sat with him, you explain why you sat with him.
He did.
The end.
He also said that he's not happy that he's locked. He don't wish him to be locked up, or he doesn't think that he's not.
I feel like that if this is your stance and you feel like this man destroyed your life, which he said 3 or 4 times, you could have said that 10 years ago when this nigga was outside running around.
But would anybody have? Everybody already thought that, and nobody was listening.
That's not true. The niggas that know. And it's been out for 20 years. What the fuck really happened?
Yes.
This is not a
They're
secret.
talking about Shine. There's another clip there where they're going in on the victim too. But he has the same standpoint. Like, if I didn't say nothing before, why y'all speaking now?
I mean, look at his face. I mean, it's a touchy thing because there's some people who have the courage to do it then, and there's some people who don't, and there's some people who probably feel like the people who, I don't want to say I kind of have the same stance, but I kind of almost have that same stance of like, why wait 10 years for like something like sexual assault wise, but also get it because Diddy was a very powerful person. But it's like it's just crazy because you don't know the details because there's a lot of bitches be talking sexual assault on some shit like they might fuck with a nigga, go home with a nigga, whatever, and then be too drunk and wake up in the morning, regret it, then call it sexual assault. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as him putting drugs in these bottles and people drinking it, whatever like that, that's a whole nother different thing. But see, I don't want to say what I think to believe or not believe to what Diddy was doing because.
But have you ever went home with a chick and you had 1,000 bottles of baby oil at the crib?
No, nah. And see,
It said at least 1,000, and that's not including the lubricants.
And see, I was watching something, and this chick was saying that she thinks that maybe the baby oil had GHB in it.
Oh, so they're like drugging you while they're lathering you up.
Possible.
Well, I think the tough part is though. I feel like every person's situation is probably like there's nuance to it. So a lot of people probably may have benefited either financially or from their career. So that's the number one reason like why they did. I think it's easy to have that take like why didn't you say anything? Then?
Yeah.
It's like well, one, no one would have believed you. Two, Diddy probably has aided their career some way or the other, so they probably thought he can sabotage everything that he's built too. So I mean, I think it's easy for Ish to have this take. I feel like
because
it's not a hard thing to say this.
The take is coming from hindsight.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're not talking about the moment. The people who are in that moment were probably like
way different times.
Right? Yeah, but we're also probably like didn't see no issue. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, hey, some people are cucks, some people are swingers, some people like to do that shit. So they probably see that's the bigger thing. The thing that everybody is kind of stuck on is freak offs. Like the freak offs isn't the crime. Freak offs is just an orgy.
No, freak offs is part of the crime.
How?
Freak offs is part of the crime because they're saying he flew people in against their will, which is kind of but
see. I have a different take on that. I don't think it was he flew people in against their will. What happens is once you get into the realm of escorts and shit, and you fly like if I'm buying an escort from fucking Houston, you know what I'm saying, and I fly her into Austin, that's trafficking. Because it's coming through state lines and shit, or you're transporting them or something, you know what I'm saying, and you're paying them for sex. I think that's where the crime goes with that. But as far as like, how the fuck can you make somebody get on a plane against their will?
I mean, I think it's
unless you physically get them. How the fuck?
Well, because there's money involved. Like they might not really want it.
But how can you get them against their will?
I mean, I think it might be against their will, but they also simultaneously are like, well, if I do this, I get paid. Like we don't know the details. It's hard to make judgments without those details because there is like some sort of sex.
I'm interested to see what the sex trafficking part.
There is a documentary out on Hulu already, which was crazy.
For real?
Yeah.
Is that the one that? No, that's not the one that 50 Cent.
I think he did Netflix.
50?
I think his is gonna be on Netflix.
Yeah, the first one is like freak offs. This. I didn't watch it, but it was fascinating that it was already out and ready to go. So people have been probably sitting on some sort of material waiting for this.
Bro, they pulled VHS tapes out of his crib. Nigga, do you know what type of nigga you gotta be like? VHS tape still, nigga.
He's just keeping, he's got the records in case people wanted to talk. That's why no one came out against him,
And so, I mean, it's a fucked up thing, but it's kind of a smart way to get your power up.
Well, yeah,
blackmailing niggas
because we've all seen the photos of the people who are at these Diddy parties, right?
Right.
But there's been people who are, I guess, suspiciously, notoriously, interestingly quiet about not having a comment, which is probably you're probably advised if you probably shouldn't speak out about this, but you're not seeing a lot of the heavy hitters have any commentary on this so far.
Nobody's saying free Diddy. Nobody's saying none of that shit.
Notably, Jay-Z and Beyonce have been, for people who are always there, they've been very silent. No, I'm not casting any. Maybe I might be casting some.
You are,
some shade
and that's fine. But when has Jay-Z and Beyonce ever came out and spoke against anything?
No, I mean it's not like this is out of their character, but you figure eventually someone's gonna ask them for a comment, and they'll have to say something. I feel like. Well, I feel like as this case progresses,
they've never said anything on anything. Though.
Yeah,
I've never heard them speak up. Like Jay-Z's selling somebody out right now.
Well, I mean, like
right now, somebody's getting thrown under the bus.
the only time Jay-Z spoke out was when he was getting heat for the NFL Rock Nation deal, and he did the whole
The freestyle.
we're past kneeling thing. You know, when he was interviewed, just because
Sell out. Which is like, I get the play. You know, we are kind of past it a little bit, but you know. It's just like
it worked in his favor.
He's gonna insert himself into a win situation.
Oh
like,
yeah,
y'all can have that, but like they're not gonna they're gonna be straight. I don't think Jay-Z and Beyonce. They ain't getting
I'm not worried about them getting in trouble or anything, but I mean I feel like the amount of heat that Meek Mill is getting. I don't know if we want to segue into Meek Mill, but the amount of heat that Meek Mill is getting, other people have been in these photos. You know, maybe not matching, but. I mean,
that's fucking crazy. Like that means y'all were hanging out for more than 24 hours and went to a spot. It was like, yo, let's get this, let's rock this for the party tonight.
Or he was there so long and he didn't have no more clothes. Diddy just gave him some of his clothes.
I got some other clothes and some other nigga sizes.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
It's because
so Meek, let's slide into we'll slide into Meek. So Meek Mill's crashing out. It kind of seemed like he was on drugs. Like the way he was tweeting, like Meek was on Twitter. He started the Ask Meek hashtag randomly. Never really seen him do that unless he's fishing for a Twitter bag. And then he got into the Diddy stuff. You know what it seemed like? All right, so his tweet, and we'll put it on the screen, but his tweet, I want to hire an investigator team, $100K cash to find out every aspect, detail involving Meek Mill's name to the Diddy case. Also want them to look at who is powering the media involving Meek, anything to do with Buddy. Something not right. What it felt like
when you start calling your homeboy buddy, you know what I'm saying?
As if you don't really know him, like y'all strangers. Like
it felt like I stole. It's like the nigga that steals and is like, I'm gonna help you look for what I just stole.
Yeah. like I don't know what Meek. I mean, I get it. Meek is doing what a typical hood niggas do that don't know how to control their emotions. You know what I'm saying? And all this shit he's doing is like, bro, the world is full of like a couple billion people. You're not the only nigga that they're joking on. They're clowning. There's some part of the world that we don't even know. They might be clowning fucking Diddy's son or Rick Ross or some other shit. But it's like, my nigga.
Well, Usher was catching it too.
Well, I mean, Usher's been a known freak. I mean, he did have the whole herpes thing, but his PR team did a good job where like he was giving girls herpes, and they were like coming out filing civil suits against him, and he was just paying.
There was somebody who said they got herpes at a freak off.
That sounds reasonable. If Usher was there,
you think Diddy groomed Usher?
I have.
Did you see the clips of when he was on Howard Stern?
Young Usher.
Yeah, and they were talking about like he went to Diddy's flavor camp or whatever at like 14, 15 or whatever, and then they're asking Usher like, yo, would you let your kids go? And he was like, nah.
Oh, well, I mean.
And then with Diddy talk about, yeah, we would wake up and fight over the cereal and shit. Why your face look like that?
Well, because I know what fighting over cereal, I mean, sounds sketchy. But like, I guess my thing was, wasn't Usher a Jermaine Dupri artist to start?
Oh, shit.
Talking about P. Diddy.
No homo, no, just don't get close to the
What
thing.
did he say?
But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed, at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get it early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen.
We having a good time, yo. Your Usher made it in the... Hey,
Yo,
he tried to like
go to the y'all see the Diddy and Cassie at the Met Gala?
Yeah.
Have you seen that, Will?
Nah, maybe not recently.
We don't really be checking in these.
I don't,
because sometimes you look surprised when we're bringing it up.
Yeah. I don't go as far down the rabbit hole as you guys go.
Look at the face of it.
We got Miss Cassie, we got Diddy, guys. The party is starting because y'all arrived.
Pause it.
Whenever everybody's here.
Yo, I just want you to watch their body language, but watch Diddy's face through his beady fucking eyes, through those fucking glasses. Just watch how he looks, and you will see the look of an abuser.
Everybody just looks great. I think it's a collection.
Yeah, head to toe. Describe to me, what's the inspiration behind your outfit tonight? Was it an all-white party?
I just wanted to just keep it, simple and plain, angelic, and not really try to overdo it with the theme, but just, have it be more sophisticated and more minimalistic.
That's right you are. And please tell me about your look tonight. You look amazing.
I'm wearing head to toe Tom Brown, and I just wanted to be, at my Sunday's best, suited and booted. I always wear a dress, so I wanted to try something different.
Yeah, it's just like everyday life for us.
Yeah. You angelic all the time? Mm-hmm. Final question. Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
Yeah, look at bitch, I wish you would. Sorry for making fun of this situation.
As soon as she said, I want you to confess something.
Yeah.
He said,
That's insane.
You gonna say I've been beating you?
I keep everything right here.
There you go.
Or right here.
There you go. That's how you do it, right?
Look away.
Have an amazing time tonight. Thank you for blessing this carpet.
Yo.
I feel like there was a different one.
That's still pretty insane.
Yeah, we don't got to keep going through. Yeah. But it was that one, but I feel like the clip was longer. But yeah, man. And go to Usher, Howard Stern, Diddy party or some shit.
Diddy party?
Or just Diddy or some shit. Yeah, right there.
This
how
one?
long ago is this?
This is eight years ago. But just...
This is the clip, though?
Yeah. I mean, we can don't have to watch the whole thing, but
He's just talking about party
to New York City.
Talking about being a kid.
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see
bi-curious.
Right. And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
so nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
Stern is setting them up.
Your parents were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And what do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
what
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
Yeah, it's wild time.
Stern slick, man.
Yeah.
He's slick, man. He was like,
He built it all up just to drop the hammer on him.
You go to a puffy party, you come back with a bumpy penis.
So he was living in a puffy party. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, it just sucks because our generation, we've lived through the 80s, we lived through the 90s, we lived through 9/11, and now like we saw Bill Cosby get taken down, and now we see Puff. At this point in my life, man, even though I want to say that I don't think Hov has nothing to do with it. If somebody came out and said, "Yo, Hov was there,"
bringing it back,
I would not be surprised. Like nothing's gonna surprise me anymore.
The main thing I've been thinking about is I need to kind of go back and rewatch the Cat Williams interview.
Yeah.
Just to see how on point that man was, because he said everything was coming to light as if, and you know watching it, you're like, what does that even mean? Like, what's he talking about? And then it was like sequence of events of like, okay, here it comes.
It's crazy. And what I do hate, you know, like one day, I just want to tell the people, I'm gonna do the fifth wall thing. One day we are gonna get good here at Weird City Podcast, and we're gonna have like order and shit.
I thought you said good hair at first. It was like,
no, it's just me.
Not gonna happen, brother.
Like, because I know we're just kind of like all over the place because we do kind of pre-pod a little bit through text message.
So you
the night before.
You're talking about our minimal
right.
pre-production.
Just because like I know that I'm finna just be jumping around and shit, you know. But anyway. Oh, what were we talking about?
We were talking about
Cat Williams. Oh yeah, bro. What I hate about this generation is just the whole. It's so clout chasey, and the clout chasing can catch on and get you good quickly. The Kim Porter book, when they said, "Yo," because to my knowledge, I remember that Kimora Lee Simmons, Russell Simmons' ex-wife, said she had the book, and then mysteriously her house gets burned down or whatever. But then when this past week, niggas was like, "Yo, this Kim Porter, like the diary just came out," and I'm looking everywhere to try to find this motherfucker. They say it's on Amazon, whatever. And I remember nigga PC like sent me like a excerpt out the book. And boy, it was on some like, you was like, damn, this nigga did it gay as fuck.
That's very detailed.
Yeah, but then they come to find out that
I thought it was real.
They said it was cap. Like, I'll be sure all these motherfuckers say,
they've
yo,
been talking about
that
it for
book
years,
is cap. The book?
They've been talking about that
yes,
book for years.
because she wrote the book, but it never came out, and she gave it to Kimora. But her house just got burned down, so I don't know like if that has anything to do with it. But nigga, this thing going down. Like, did he like? Obviously, it is a freako. You know what I'm saying? And you know, once the feds come with you at a RICO, that means that they
built a case.
They have something on you. Like they're not gonna lose. Like it's gonna 95% chance or whatever that. You know what I'm saying?
Best case, you plead to something. You know,
but Diddy is getting at least at the minimum 5 years, and I say the minimum because of at least for the guns with the serial number scraped off. At least, but with that, then you can be like, hey, you know,
plausible. They weren't mine.
Yeah, he's in the mansion. He got security guards there 24/7. So, but I think at the least Diddy's getting 5, and may get just time served because if he don't get bail, he's just going through trial for a couple years while he's in there. But that's if Diddy doesn't kill himself. I said this the other day when Diddy first went to jail. I said it's gonna be 3 days before this nigga's on suicide watch. What? Why would he be on suicide watch, Moke? He's by himself. You be a nigga who's been up millions for 30-something years, doing whatever the fuck you want to do, and then go to fucking jail and be a nobody.
You don't think he would try to beat the case?
Huh?
Try to even beat the case?
No, yeah.
It wouldn't be where he commits unless you know for sure you're not beating the case.
But here's the thing, though. You could try to beat the case, but nigga, the case might go on for some years. This is like Thug's case is going to go on for a couple years. And I feel like they got more on Diddy than Thug. But even though Thug, bro, they can bring up Pac's murders and shit because Keefe D already saying Diddy, was trying to get him $1 million or whatever. They could bring up so much other shit. Kim Porter's death. People think Diddy has something to do with that shit.
I think he did.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like a nigga, bro, like you. If you're gonna sit in jail and say that, this case may take 4 years, right? And you're like, you know what? I feel confident that I'm gonna beat this case after the 4 years. Cool. So that's fine. You may not commit suicide. But within those 4 years of you not being able to be bailed out and you just at the jail, like Diddy is a high profile person. You know what I'm saying? So Diddy is probably somewhere by himself, which he probably don't want to be. Nigga, when I went to jail.
Yeah, they said they got him in like protective custody or something.
Yeah, I guess the question is what type of treatment he's getting. I think he's probably getting some sort of, he's using his influence in there, whether it's direct or indirect. He's probably not having the worst experience of anybody in there.
Right. But see, here's the thing, bro. Like I've been to jail 3 times. Never bad experience. You know what I'm saying? Like never fucking bad experience. Even when they had me on solitary by myself, wasn't bad. But the thing is, I was there for 12 hours. Never been to jail longer than 12 hours. But I was in that bitch, dog, and I was like, yo, this shit sucks. So I can just imagine waking up there, like you at the mandatory mop and clean and do all this shit. They wake you up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And on top of that, the niggas is going through withdrawals.
Well, I mean, that's probably the unspoken thing. Is that,
right.
That he has an opioid. He might have an opioid. It probably most likely has an opioid.
Opioid, cocaine, all that shit.
So...
like, they said that pink cocaine that he had was coke mixed with ecstasy. And I was just like, damn, that sounds good. Back in my binge days, I'm not touching it now. But I was just like, man, that shit, that sounds like a good fucking time.
Because there was basically they were saying that they would have liquid forms of these drugs where they could drink them casually and nobody would know.
So imagine you doing this on the daily. Get picked up, go. So like, bro, nigga.
I think the withdrawals could be the number one
because he's not
understated thing.
He's not gonna eat because he's having withdrawals, so he probably can't keep shit down, probably throwing up and shitting or whatever. And then the fact that like he probably hasn't eaten this type of food for like 30 fucking years. And then the fact that you can't call up any bitch that you want. You can't call up any homies that you want.
They said he's not eating.
Right. And I'm thinking he's not eating because 1, the food is nasty, but 2, withdrawals.
It's probably, I think it's more withdrawals because I think if you're hungry, you'll eat whatever.
Right. Unless you think you're getting out. Because anytime I went to jail and they serve lunch, I'm not eating this shit. I'm finna get out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But this nigga.
But yeah, I mean, he probably.
And then think about this. If hopefully his influence works in the jail. Because you think about you got some nigga who's getting paid $30,000 a year. Fucking white motherfucker. You nigger. Wake your ass up. It's 4 in the morning. Like, oh shit.
No, but but I feel like Diddy's got the influence where he knows the guy who manages all the guards. So like they're funneling money to the guy in charge of the people in the prison.
Are they though, nigga? They just came down with Eric Adams. That was Diddy boy.
Yeah, no, I feel you, but I feel like Diddy's more powerful than the mayor at this point.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the mayor was just kind of a puppet. I
saw a dude said that they had Diddy's pictures up in the police station. Like that, like a portrait of him.
I believe it. I believe it. With the like how they have like the FBI shit.
No, not like in a negative way. He's saying like in a positive way.
They had him like
because he's got a key to the city.
Yeah.
No, he gave back. Fat Joe got it.
Well, I mean,
that's kind of weird. Fat Joe.
Wait, hold on. Is only one person allowed at one time to have a key to the city?
I think so.
I don't think so. I think multiple people have keys to cities. I think it's a gesture of like you are a great, New Yorker, or you are a great person.
Then why the fuck you ask that question then?
Well, I mean, but you said you're the one who said he gave it back.
The police.
Yeah, nigga, they not finna let you have this key to the city after there's a video coming at you beating this girl ass and doing all this shit. Nigga, run that hoe back.
When did that? I'm saying I'm not
back.
I'm not doubting that it happened. But when did that happen? Is what I'm trying to say.
I think a month or 2 ago.
And there was a picture of P. Diddy on the wall in the station.
There was a picture of P. Diddy
on the wall of a New York City police station.
Correct.
What does that tell you?
Looking like that.
It tells me that people who have money and influence basically pretty much do what they want.
I know a lot of people with money and influence, they don't have their pictures hanging up in NYPD precincts. That's something special.
This is what I'm saying. I think it runs so deep with Diddy that, like...
You think this guy's going to sing? You think he's suicidal?
So Diddy gave the key back.
You look at the kind of
June
lifestyle he
24
had, and all of a sudden.
Diddy gave the key back June 24.
And basically, like, I'm not worthy of it because once the video surfaced, he had to do some sort of, like, you know, damage control, which that's a smart thing.
Nah, Eric Adams said run that whole back.
Oh, he said give it back. Okay.
Yeah, it literally says Eric Adams requested run that whole back.
I got you.
So yeah, we can get to Eric.
But wait, so is Diddy an informant? If he's in the police station, y'all know Diddy that was a snitch.
I mean, I think Diddy is somewhat protected, or he has been protected in the past because he's able to do this for so long. So he definitely has connections in the legal system.
I thought they said he was an informant before. People had rumors about that.
Because his dad was around like Frank Lucas and all that shit, but they said his dad was a snitch.
Frank Lucas was a snitch.
He was, but his dad was with Nicky Barnes. Wasn't Nicky Barnes a snitch?
Everybody snitches eventually.
That's true.
Well, I mean,
I think that's the reality right there. Everybody snitches eventually.
Yeah.
Or you just like serve the time,
and then you get shine. Then you come out snitching because
Yeah.
niggas don't hold it down once you get out.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, because the premise is I don't snitch. When I come out, I got like a setup, I got a bag,
I'm
I
good.
got
I got
a
a
car.
pension. I got a pension. I got a street pension.
That's a crazy shit. Nigga, get out with a record, nigga. That's it. A record and no job.
Who are you?
They can't get one, nigga.
You know, every time you could call someone, it's just this number. This number has been disconnected.
I don't know why niggas think that, yo, I held it down, so when I come out, I gotta get money. It's like,
well, that's the premise though, because if the person that you held it down for has grown to this height of success, then it shouldn't be that. It's not hard for them to throw you $100K.
Well, because you could have blocked their success by putting them in jail with you.
Yeah.
But the game's not honorable.
No,
and that's
no,
why
no,
street life is a mental illness.
Yeah.
Y'all really think?
Yeah.
You know, they hear about it in enough songs. It's like
talking about this your block, nigga. This is somebody white block, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
This is the city's block.
Yeah. The fuck? Trying to police, man. Come on, man. These niggas be on some stupid shit. But you know, go to neighborhood watch. But anyway, man, Diddy. I don't know. I think Diddy's gonna get like I think at minimum, I don't know, but what was his minimum? I heard somebody say his minimum was
15.
Like, yeah.
15 minimum.
So that means you either got to beat the case or do some sitting or something. And with the feds, you're not finna beat this shit. And like,
I mean, he potentially could reach a settlement by. He's got so much information on everybody. So it depends upon like who he's willing to bring down or who he can bring down.
And it depends on what else you're caught on tape or whatever doing.
Sure, yeah. Like there's a lot of aspects to it. Like how much evidence do they have against him, which sounds like substantial. How much are you willing to give up?
And then like there's some shit on his son. I hate that one son, King Combs, the nigga who think he did it, who looked just like him, who's like a skinny looking nigga who's just like, yeah.
Is that the one who tried to come out with some music?
Yeah,
but it didn't go.
Yeah. That nigga looks so
not slap.
Like I like I'll Be Sure Kid. That's a good gig, you know. It's like you got adopted by Diddy. That's kind of dope. But before all this shit,
well, is it dope? Yeah.
Is it dope?
Before all of this shit was going on,
yeah. But like this has been going on, so
yeah, true.
He got adopted into it, just like Usher went to the camp, and his parents allegedly his parents didn't know.
Yeah, it sucked though, because that little baby, she. It's like, damn, your dad was a rich nigga in rap. Now you just another statistic. Visiting your dad in jail for the rest of his life. You just like one. Oh, well. Niggas do nigga shit. Niggas get nigga consequences.
Eric Adams. He's getting up out of here. Allegedly.
He's been, you know, viewed as sketchy, but now he just basically.
Why was he viewed as sketchy?
I mean, just his policies, and it seems like he had very strong affiliations to celebrities, as if like he was very it always looked like he was able to be influenced by people with money.
Yeah. So what I saw was that a lot of his stuff, like he was getting a lot of money from foreign entities.
Because being the mayor of New York is a pretty powerful position, so he was taking money for his campaign, and then they can use that to push policies in New York that are favorable to whatever, crimes or businesses or opportunities that they're trying to bring to New York. If you got the mayor in your pocket.
So is he looking at jail time? Or just looking at being not the mayor?
I think federal fraud
First
and
came
bribery
the
is
early
jail
morning
time.
raid with authorities
but we're
marching
talking
in
about like
dark
politicians and shit.
Yeah, I think, but fraud, you can get jail time regardless.
And corporations. Adams engaged in a long-running conspiracy in which he solicited and knowingly accepted illegal campaign contributions from foreign donors and corporations.
On top of the illegal campaign donations from a Turkish national, the indictment alleges many thousands of dollars worth of fancy hotel suites and luxury air travel were wrongly accepted by Adams from wealthy foreign business people and at least one Turkish government official. Trips that were not reported and, says the indictment, were actively covered up.
That was
In
a lot
one
of them.
case, a staffer texting Adams, "To be on the safe side, please delete all messages you send me." Adams responded, "Always do."
As we allege, this was a multi-year scheme to buy favor with a single New York City politician on the rise, Eric Adams.
In exchange, say prosecutors, Adams pressed city officials to bypass safety inspections at a newly built New York office tower so as to speed up the opening of the Turkish consulate inside.
Wow.
Yeah, he's looking at charges.
As word of the
He's looking
charges
he's looking
spread,
at jail.
demonstrators shouted at Adams to resign. But he insists he's done nothing wrong and he'll stay on as mayor.
I look forward to defending myself and defending the people of this city.
Adams has long been seen as a rising star in U.S. Democratic Party.
Yeah, he's gonna take that L.
It's crazy the people he had on stage to try to have a unified black background. I'm for the people, my brother.
That nigga look like if you ask him for good fried chicken, he'll take you to KFC.
That's true.
Like he look whitewashed black.
He might not get a lot of jail time though.
I don't think he's gonna get any jail time. Like, why would he get jail time? Look at what shit Trump did. He didn't get jail time.
I mean, Trump's also white.
True.
Now, what he's doing, I feel like a lot of people do. I mean, all the politicians are involved in fraud.
Right.
Insider trading, fraud. I don't know. To become a politician and just become a millionaire is a suspect. Right, and they all do it. So, but he's he fits the profile. I just, like I said, it could be something to the race aspect, but he definitely was doing fraud though. It's just weird that they're him up on it when I know all of them got fraud cases. They're just not going to talk about it.
Right.
And they just kind of pick and choose who they want to try. Because if you really want to go down the line and just try every politician,
They probably could.
You're going to cook them all.
I think, but it could have to do his affiliation with Diddy. It seems like that probably didn't work in his favor.
What's his affiliation with Diddy?
Well,
Other than New York.
Well, I mean, he gave him to present somebody
yeah.
with the obviously he asked him to give the key back, but I think just and I believe if you search Eric Adams and Diddy, you'll see that they might have been thick as thieves.
I seriously agree with that, actually. Thick as thieves.
I mean, I would maybe search Google versus YouTube videos,
but I heard that word in a minute. Y'all niggas butt buddies.
Disturbing footage that's resurfaced. Let's talk about it. 15 seconds. Oh. No sound.
It's right there.
Oh.
finally has.
being from New York, giving me the key to the city. And Mayor, thank you very much for this key. Diddy finally has the key to the city.
The key to the city is such a corny concept.
Yeah, because you can't use it.
Like, what does that mean though? What does it mean to have the key to the city?
It's just a mark of honor. Like you are like one of the greatest citizens of the city. I feel like, but if someone like Diddy, it's probably a good thing it's a good thing to have. But I feel like this moment is probably going to work against Eric Adams.
Yeah.
I guess multiple people do have.
Why do they say disturbing footage? It's not disturbing.
Yeah,
footage.
niggas just accepting it.
Yeah, they're probably cooler than. Oh, look, see.
Hey, you know who's Eric Adams?
That's on Reddit.
You know who Eric Adams is related to? I think too, Bishop Whitehead.
Now who's that?
The Brooklyn bishop who went to jail for
he was just taking donations.
The one who faked the robbery and all that shit. Yeah.
Live on stream to come up on a bag.
Oh, this dude.
Yes.
Damn, I ever heard about. Wait, did he go to jail?
Yes, he's in jail.
Oh, I just stopped seeing people talk about him.
Sentenced to 9 years for fraud.
Whoa.
I think that's Bishop Whitehead. Eric Adams. I think he related to Eric Adams. I could be wrong.
That's his pastor.
Shit.
Started mentoring a look. I think Eric Adams is way deeper than we know currently, and we're just waiting for the additional facts to come out. That's why I think he's serving.
Can we be mad at Eric Adams? He's just hitting licks for his family.
Was hitting licks,
right?
Was past tense,
but he's still up there.
Yeah, until the case starts.
He's gonna draw it out as long. Man, I completely forgot about this dude. I was like, wow, people really donating to him?
Yeah, get locked up, niggas will forget about you.
I mean, it's almost like because there's so much scamming that's going on, we've almost become numb. You're like, oh, I forgot that he ran a scam. He ran a scam. It's
tough because like the scam, like you get more scam potential by blowing up. You know what I mean? But you also get highlighted more. Like,
more exposure.
Like the more exposure, the
people
more
are gonna check in.
To check into what you're doing. But if you were but it's like, can you really run a high profitable scam if you're not blowing up? Like if you're not utilizing social media
it's like,
to market the scam.
It's a fine line. You got to scam. Like I saw this post. It was like scam a little, just enough. Because
that never happens though.
Yeah, you can't never scam just enough.
You always got.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people who pulled off the PPP loans who got their bag, and then all you had to do was not then turn around and purchase like a brand new car, wearing Gucci, iced out. There's a lot of people who
like stop doing business at all, don't do business period.
Yeah, who did the PPP? They created a fake company. They made an LLC. They said, they reported some fake numbers, and because of how poorly ran it was, they got their check and they put that check in savings, and they just continued on their normal life.
Man, you speaking from experience. You know that whole good shit.
If I take it any further, it'd be dry snitching. I feel like.
A lot of people get on podcasts and dry
that's
snitch.
why Adam doesn't work. PPP scale. Look, Will quit laughing. He quit looking this way. Like,
it didn't even make sense.
Looking forward. Like,
it didn't even make sense. I was just looking at for the next topic.
Right, okay. So Eric Adams.
Stop the cap.
I know. So we think Eric Adams getting jail time.
He's getting clapped up both ways. Pause.
And he's the first. It sucks to be the first to do it and to be the first black guy. See, that's why we don't put you niggas in office. Y'all scam.
I think everyone's.
I'm not going to support that.
I think everyone's scamming. He just happened to be. I think it's his connections to the wrong people are probably the problem.
Correct. Yeah.
Like he was scamming, but he was connected to too many people who were getting caught.
Yeah.
It's like the typical. Unfortunately, now this is a black thing, like where they start tapping into the celebrity culture once they get up.
Yeah.
And it's it never turns out good, dog. Like. The celebrities and like the influence, and more so like not even like it's not like the bronze that they tapping into. It'd be like social media stars that they tapping into.
Yeah, mid-tier
stars. Like they're like, oh, I'm in the crowd now. It's like the mid-tier guys usually be the scammers. Like they don't got nothing really official going on. Speaking of Diddy, anywho, Kendrick Lamar, who's also been connected to Diddy. Well, they're trying to push the narrative pretty hard. But,
That's strange, but
just because he's referenced him so much and they got pictures, but I mean, he's got pictures of everybody.
Yeah.
But Kendrick Lamar, Super Bowl selection. Now, when we talk about this, are we going to tie this into the Lil Wayne thing too?
Yeah, I mean, it's wide ranging. I feel like so.
We'll go here first. Does he deserve the Super Bowl selection? I don't know, deserve, not deserve.
I think, but he's undeniably the rapper of the year so far in 2024, as far as like attention and eyeballs. So
23 and 24.
I mean, when did everything?
When did he drop his album?
Everything.
Like 22.
22.
Yeah, I don't think the album didn't generate the attention that the Drake beef has gone. That some people are. I'm not saying this is true, but some people
didn't have a sold out tour.
But did it generate because
it did?
This motherfucker's on Amazon.
I know, but what do you mean?
Like the Kendrick tour, the Big Stepper.
Oh, like that.
Cause you're saying the album generate. I'm saying like I feel like it kind of did because
I feel like in the eyes of like your average person, they're talking about Kendrick Lamar far more post the Drake and Kendrick battle.
Well, sure,
yeah. So that's why I'm saying he's deserving of being in the Super. My main thing is we're focusing on is he deserving of the Super Bowl selection? It's yes, because he's undeniably the number one rapper of 2024. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
73 shows on his tour, 929,000 tickets, made 110 million. The next, he's number 2 under Drake, which Drake had he made about the same amount of shows, but he made like 300 million. So, but Drake's tickets are astronomically ridiculous.
Yeah, they're priced higher, of course.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, because people are trying to push the narrative that the Big Steppers is an L, but it's kind of hard.
I don't think it's an L.
Drake has some of his shows are like. I don't know why the big hoopla is because it's the fucking Super Bowl. When has this good reference I heard? Nobody said nothing in 2013.
Yeah, I think it's more so that Lil Wayne came out himself and said this hurt him. I think that's
right. But people were talking shit about it before Wayne even came out, and for Wayne to even come out and say it's like my nigga like. Why does it hurt you? Like, what have you been doing?
He hasn't been that active. So
right.
I think somebody told him he should. Hey, you should come out and say this. And then by him coming out and say that, that's kind of pushed the narrative that Kendrick didn't deserve it.
I think that if anybody was to deserve it because it's New Orleans, it would be Cash Money as a whole, like Hot Boys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like. I just hate this whole like. This everybody thinks just because you're from somewhere it should be like that. Nigga, the Super Bowl has never catered to where the fuck they're at.
No,
besides the Dr. Dre one.
No, agreed.
The last time it was in New Orleans, Beyonce did it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's convenient for them to push it's in New Orleans. Wayne should have got it.
Right, but it's like my nigga, like what the fuck have you been doing? You went to Essence Festival. You didn't go on the stage with Cash Money. You went on by yourself, and then there's documents that niggas from the Grammy say that they don't like working with you because you don't show up to any of the practice. Niggas didn't know if you're gonna show up to the Grammys. You showed up right before you got on stage, and right when you finished, you left. Niggas don't want to work with you.
So I think that's
you know what I'm saying?
That's fair. Yeah.
When we get a Kendrick, and I've seen both of these guys, you know what I'm saying, and Wayne shows good, but like Wayne shows are good for your average like hip hop head or concert goer, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like a cut and dry thing. Kendrick is gonna give you some type of a cinematic show. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna be a legendary
it's gonna
performance.
Be put together. It's gonna be well, and then like I'm pretty sure around that time, before or a little bit after, he's gonna drop an album. You know what I'm saying? Wayne is a fucking legend in the community, but like. Them white folks don't give a fuck about you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about NFL, the white folks don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick has a Pulitzer, what is it called?
A Pulitzer
Award. Like that's a rapper with that. That's kind of big. Nobody give a fuck about
big
it.
As the what?
Yeah, biggest Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Nobody give a fuck about a nigga who's gonna be walking around there with a cup of lean and all this shit, who's gonna be looking like he's on drugs, and I love Wayne, you know what I'm saying, who's gonna be looking all crazy and shit on the biggest platform, and gonna be wearing some goofy ass shit? No, we're not finna do that.
I think Kendrick's a better performer than Wayne in general.
Correct.
That's true.
But
Correct.
you just on just alone.
Okay, look, if Kendrick wasn't picked for the Super Bowl, who would y'all want? Do y'all still have Wayne taking
Taylor Swift.
it? Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Y'all still got Wayne taking
I mean,
it?
I don't have a problem with Wayne performing if Kendrick didn't perform.
Right.
Are you saying like after Kendrick, is there somebody we would want other than Wayne? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
like if Kendrick didn't do whatever, and so the Super Bowl's coming up, would your first thought be like, oh shit, New Orleans Wayne? Like, why are we just thinking of that this year?
I just think it's a narrative they're trying to push.
Like, do you think they're trying to push that narrative because of the Kendrick and Drake?
No one's
shit?
really trying to push it except for Wayne's people.
Man, I've been seeing that shit everywhere.
Actually, no, there's a lot of other people that have been trying to
I've been
say
seeing, like, that's what I'm saying. Before Wayne came out and said anything, I've been seeing motherfuckers being like, oh, what? How they got Kendrick? How they got a LA nigga? Blah blah blah. But it's like, nigga, the first Super Bowl that I've seen that catered to his place was the one where Dr. Dre and everybody did in LA. That's the first one I seen where it actually catered to the city it was in. Other than that,
I think it's typically always the most popular,
right?
The most popular person.
But he should
because where the fuck did Rihanna come from that year? Was she popular because of Fenty?
Well, she's been blowing up, I guess, not music wise, but her brand has been, and I guess
it seemed like it was a low too.
Yeah.
They were trying to like garner some hype, so it's like Rihanna hasn't been out, but people have been begging for Rihanna to perform.
That's true.
Right, yeah.
And so people, I think that was like some like, we got Rihanna to step out.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, it's gonna be epic, you know.
Yeah, true.
I liked Rihanna's performance though.
Me too. I did too.
I thought it was legit.
So I honestly, like, if Kendrick wasn't in this, like I said, for me, I would be like, oh shit, Cash Money, No Limit. But that's just me thinking in rapper brain. Like, nobody's gonna give a fuck about Cash Money, No Limit.
I saw no, absolutely not. And I seen an interview where before, like, beginning of the year, that he said like, we're gonna drop all this stuff, we're gonna make it so there's no way they can't put us on the Super Bowl. I don't think he delivered that. Like, I don't think he's really just been cooking this year. Like, he had some decent features, but Wayne,
right? Me too.
He said he was gonna make it so it's undeniable.
I'm
the hottest out.
So
you have to
it was a game. Like Wayne had a game plan.
He did have a game plan that he was gonna do that, but it's just like,
well, I don't think he delivered. Yeah,
he didn't
you
deliver.
said.
Like, I don't know. Like, you weren't really like, you know, you should have called Kendrick. You know,
I know he's had some features, but like I don't know any memorable Wayne songs of 2024.
Wayne's had some features, but Wayne's features are hit or miss. Like, they're like,
yeah,
he has like, for like, I'm gonna say like for every 10 features he'll do, 3 of them's like, oh Wayne.
Well,
but like the other was like, bro, what are you talking about?
Sometimes he'll be rapping, other times he'll be trying to sing and auto tune it, and you're like, we want to hear Wayne rapping it, but he's not always giving that. So
the subject matter too, you know, I don't know. Everybody's got their bag for what subject matter and what they like to talk about. To me, it's just like the Wayne subject matter. It's like, it's not really. Like, I went kind of like in my own little mini deep dive, like, all right, if I was going to play Wayne at the Super Bowl, what songs would I pick? And like, I was trying to go like, you know, the Lollipop, you know, some of like the higher songs. I was like, bro, it's just like all sex and drugs. Like, it's so explicit. I don't know, like, what other records does he have that are palatable to the greater?
No, I guess, no, I hear you though. So then I guess the question is, do you think Kendrick is going to perform Not Like Us at the?
No, he's not. No, he's gonna perform part of it. Like, I think he's gonna play the instrumental, do the thing. You know how like they'll do it, and then
he won't say
when like if their sets changing or something, it might be
right.
They're
gonna do a quick cut. They're not gonna. He ain't gonna just rock out.
Or he's gonna say it like, they not like us. They not like, you know what I'm saying, to sing it.
He's not gonna drop a "Hey Drake."
Does Kendrick perform Mona Lisa?
No.
Ugh.
And bring out Wayne?
I don't think so.
No.
You know, I don't think that song is.
Does Kendrick bring out Wayne and let Wayne do like maybe a 2-minute?
I think just off my head that there will be some sort of like Cash Money.
I feel like there's gonna be Cash Money No Limit tribute.
They'll bring them out just like people were surprised when 50 came out looking big at the.
I was surprised when Lil Jon came out for that Usher one.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like,
you know, he's gonna bring out all the Atlanta niggas.
I don't know. I just thought I don't know. Seems surprising.
Why would, bro? Yeah, it was one of Usher's biggest songs. Like, why would he not bring Lil Jon out?
I don't know. Super Bowl, people act funny, you know.
Nah, not them Atlanta niggas.
What do you think about the commercial they shot where Kendrick is loading the balls into the?
I thought that was dope.
The jugs machine. He's if you dive into it, there's like some subtle commentary, like there's no game 2, there's no, you know, and then the internet cut where he shoots the ball and it cuts to Drake
getting tackled
by Marshawn from the that's the video with him and
J. Cole.
Dirk. Isn't that?
Oh yeah,
Dirk.
the Cry Now Later shit.
Yeah,
Laugh
yeah.
Now, Cry Later. I hate that beat.
But that cut is funny though, you know.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I thought the commercial was cool. I don't know. It was kind of random. I thought.
Well, nah. So he's at the 50-yard line, you know, in reference to like Drake's "Drop and Give Me 50."
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. So there's a lot of subtle.
Sometimes I wonder if this stuff Kendrick is really built in like that.
I
You really think it is like because it's kind of nuts.
After the deep dive on the Not Like Us video, all the little gems in there.
He's
like,
what is it called? A Pulitzer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that
it's
everything
intentional.
is strategized, calculated by this nigga to the point that it's scary.
Well,
Like
that's
to
what I'm
the
saying. It's like,
lyrics and
it just can't be that. I mean,
What
I
do you
believe
mean?
it,
Yeah.
but it's just like, I mean, if he was really to put that much thought into like everything, you know, I just hope like one day, like he's on his deathbed and he's like, I'm going to confirm these 10 things. Just like goes down the list. It's like, this was a triple entendre. I was talking about this. I was like,
Dave Free is the father of my.
Stop it. Y'all are crazy.
Say Drake. He does like them young.
I know, right?
No, but I think Kendrick's like that. He strategizes everything like that. I think you gotta give him. I guess. Well, you know what?
The no round twos was obvious.
Why would they be around too?
Because Drake was insinuating like him and Kendrick wasn't done.
But why would they be around too? If Drake won and Kendrick be talking about round two, niggas be like,
no, but
like that Shannon Sharp meme.
Nah, it's convenient though for Drake to try to come out because Drake doesn't like. You know, Drake would only admit that Pusha T was his only loss in any battle. So,
but he had to admit that
yeah,
one.
well, cause, it messed up his whole Adidas shoe launch. You
Shannon
know?
Sharp talk like a slave. Face all caught a stray. Face all caught a stray. I was watching that Cat Williams the other day. That nigga said, "You a fat phase all line." He said, "Face all caught a stray. How face all caught a stray."
I mean, Shannon Sharp's country.
Oh man, who's more country, Shannon Sharp or Steve Harvey?
Probably Shannon Sharp. Because Steve Harvey's been in the Hollywood for a minute, so he.
But who likes white women more?
Shannon Sharp. Steve Harvey's married to Yellow. All his wives been yellow.
All his ex-wives.
Well, the one he's with now,
he's getting divorced.
Oh.
Well, because the industry relationship can only last so long. Based off Cat Williams.
Yeah, what do you say? They give you a light skinned, weird looking person.
Yeah. You know, who don't say nothing, who always look good in your photos, but won't say nothing, no interviews.
Still no divorce. Separated 25 years, no divorce?
Yeah, because it's convenient. It looks good. It looks good to be.
Wait, but this, he's not talking about himself though.
Yeah, they've been talking about it. Oh,
Steve is not saying I've been separated for 25 years no divorce. Because this nigga, he's remarried probably like within the last like
recently.
Because Lori Harvey's his stepdaughter. That's a lick, boy. She became a stepdaughter. Like, oh, I'm taking my last name.
Smart, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my last name.
Yeah, for real. I'm gonna take my last name.
Yeah.
First and last name was like Lori McGetty or some shit.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even want to get on the Steve Harvey train. But yeah, he's out here capping, you know, trying to keep up appearance. Oh, see? There it goes. Official filing. But
what you gonna do if you find out TD Jakes is up in that thing getting
I don't really
how do we
stupid.
You can see him loading up. Like you can see him loading up to be flagrant.
Bro, if anything come out and say TD Jakes is on some foul shit.
Like hardcore proof.
Yeah. Like he's
Isaiah?
on yeah, like he's on tape doing some crazy shit, man.
Being a power bottom.
With Creflo and Joel Osteen.
I'm not co-signing that.
And Kurt Franklin. I can see Kurt Franklin at Diddy
I can
party.
see Kurt. I can see
him out there being.
The problem,
I can definitely see Kurt Franklin at a Diddy party.
There's like a potential for like every like big celebrity that we like grew up with, who we I don't want to say idolize, but who we enjoyed their material, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
They could all be somewhat fraudulent or shisty or associated with Diddy. And do we have to reevaluate like the content, or the content stays by itself? You enjoy the content, and we can still keep...
I've always been on the board of like, I'll enjoy the content, but you know you can't do it now because everybody gets mad at you.
But
for
I
it.
mean, why can't the content stay with Diddy? It ain't like he's like being charged as a pedophile.
Take that.
That nigga just being charged of being a freaky ass nigga that with some
so far
guns and shit.
Yeah, so I mean,
I don't think Diddy would. If anything comes up underage with Diddy, it will be because of his sons. Like had younger bitches at a party.
I mean,
but he didn't. I don't think Diddy knowingly. I don't know that.
What about Bieber?
Crazy. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I forgot.
I'm not
about
putting
that.
nothing on the table with Diddy, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Leave it all on the
watched.
table,
I did
though.
watch a couple Bieber interviews. My boy Bieber looks shook.
He looked like he. Yeah.
I went down the Bieber rabbit hole
Me
yesterday,
too.
and I was like, yo,
Kind of feel bad for
this
this nigga, bro.
yeah, like you just start seeing it's like, yo, it's in your face this whole time. Like he just like feels uncomfortable.
Like when
this
Diddy's
stuff-
like, why you ain't called me? He's like, I don't have your number.
Yo, and then there's that Odell video in the club, which looks kind of crazy.
Oh yeah. Like what's up with these niggas, man?
damage, bro.
I mean, yeah, I feel like a lot of these young celebrities got traumatized.
But like, watch this, like, cause this isn't like this isn't like the camera could be deceiving your eyes or some shit. This is like, what the fuck going on, man? Probably
Probably for a short one, but we just take it straight to you.
Hold on, that alone looks really, really sus, but
My algorithm's gonna be all screwed up.
I know. Nigga, mine is
3 minutes. Oh, that's okay.
You see?
I love Justin Bieber. That's just a fact.
I thought you said just as a fag.
That's like an AI cut. Yeah, I mean, I've never like. I almost kissed him on the lips there.
Yeah, but nigga, they're grinding on him.
nah, it's strange.
He just accepted it too.
Not even know what the fuck. Just like
JB wanna party,
he
got to
danced
tell
with the
him no.
nigga. What?
Diddy got him both. Yeah, that's
He said, y'all never grind on your homies and kiss them like that. You see, I didn't even know. See, the more you go down the rabbit hole, the more it's
out
all there to see. You know,
everything is there, dog.
that's tough. But you know, again, the Bieber thing, it feels tough. Wait, are we back on? Wait, how do we get back? On
I
this
know,
topic?
right?
It's tough because how did we get back on this?
I mean,
topic?
Moke mentioned Jaden Smith, and then the crookedness of Hollywood, no matter who you are.
Yeah, that's what I have to. But it's anyways. I don't want to get into it because that's the whole. Caitlin Clark.
Moving on.
Did they make it to the playoffs?
They did make it to the playoffs.
Okay,
but
cool.
they have lost in the playoffs because
How many games they play?
they do the first 2 rounds is just best of 3, which is kind of you come out, you lose 2 games, and you're done.
Whoa, that's how the
It
WNBA
used to-
operates.
Yeah, for the first 2
'cause
rounds.
It used to be 3 or 5 for the men, right? Back in the day.
It used to be best of 5 for the first round.
Yeah, and then it would go to the 7.
Yeah. So Caitlin Clark did win Rookie of the Year. So all of the narrative of Angel Reese should be the Rookie of the Year. All of the lesbian and black women trying to push that
Why should
narrative.
Angel Reese be rookie year? Because she has the most rebounds?
They were trying to push the narrative that her her averaging 13 rebounds and like 10 points was better than Caitlin Clark's like 18, 10, and 7. And when Caitlin Clark was like, I think top 3 in MVP voting, and they were trying to say that she wasn't going to win the Rookie of the Year. And then I don't know if you've seen all the Cheryl Swoops hate, but Cheryl Swoops has been coming out trying to essentially.
I fuck with Cheryl Swoops because she used to.
She was on.
She sounded crazy.
She was on Angel Reese's podcast.
She sounded racist a little bit.
That's what they say. I didn't watch the podcast.
No, she was talking.
Angel Reese got a podcast.
Yeah, but the thing is, people are criticizing it because I think she's got 3 episodes, but 2 of them they're basically just talking about Caitlin Clark. So they kind of like using Caitlin for the numbers. You know what I mean?
Still in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, I mean, so they lost. I mean, there has been a lot of interesting coverage, basically forcing Caitlin Clark to come out and address it, saying that there's been a lot of hatred towards racist hatred or like hatred towards like lesbians in the league. So Caitlin Clark had to address it yesterday and say,
well, of course, because her boyfriend's a Trump fan, Trump supporter, and,
and
Caitlin's a Kamala. So I'm pretty sure that
I don't think that's had anything to do with it.
I know. I just like tied it.
I know.
You just make that up?
Yeah.
No, her boyfriend is a Trump supporter.
No, that could be true, but that had no impact on her coming out and saying it. Basically,
but I'm just saying because she's probably around a lot of people that are like, yo, those niggers are doing you wrong.
I don't think that's
she's like,
the
yeah,
case.
they are.
It's more the media has been like portraying, to an extent, and it's all perspective, but basically saying that a lot of fans in the arenas have making like comments throughout the games to go against black players and lesbian players. So Caitlin Clark had to address that not everyone should be able to play the game without any of this sort of like commentary, and she doesn't support or stand by it. She did the right thing, the classy move.
She's usually pretty good on the podium. She like she doesn't say a lot. She always just like chops down. She kind of gets straight to the point of whatever. She doesn't like talk herself into circles, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't think she really likes I don't know if likes is the right term, but I don't think she's invested in the drama. She just wants to really go out there and hoop. I think that's her true goal, is just to be the best hooper that she can be. But people have put so much pressure against her for her, that she's just trying to deal with the environment as it exists now.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure because I started seeing on Twitter everybody talking about the racism and the women, and then they tied it back to the Andrew Schultz thing and that podcast, and there was all kind of think pieces about the racism in the league. My thing is, I think the issue is that I don't know, because they're saying that people are in the stadiums. I just think like the new attention on the WNBA is making it hard for them, because before they were complaining about basically not being seen and no one knows who they are,
and now they're seen.
Hey,
now they're seen.
It's like this. Women.
Say what you guys say.
Cook.
Bitches. This is sports. This is what the fuck we do in sports. We talk shit. We say racist shit. We deal with it. This is what y'all wanted. Like, y'all, what y'all thought this shit was gonna be hunky dory? That we come in, everybody kumbaya, we play. Nah, fuck y'all.
Well, they thought the feminist movement would like protect them from.
Niggas don't fuck with that feminist movement.
I'm not saying they do, but they thought they'd be able to have their cake and eat it too. Like they would get the attention without any negative attention. But as all the male sports athletes know, they hate you, then they love you, then they hate you again.
Yeah, like I don't.
Or it could be the reverse of that, but however you want to take it.
Yeah, like just be competitive. People are gonna people. Like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas go through this shit on the daily in life and in sports. You know what I'm saying? Like people are gonna do what they do. Whatever. I don't fucking know. Like all this controversy that they're saying. This ain't controversy. This is fucking women being women.
Well,
bitches be catty as fuck.
Like, if people show up in the studio, the stadium, I don't know. If they're just saying words, I don't know how I feel about that. But it seemed like for most of the stuff I've seen, they was mainly highlighting what was happening online. You know what I mean? So it's like
you don't have to pay. Delete, get off social media.
You gotta get off social media. Like online's like if you go down, like there's been some threads I found on Twitter that I'm like, yo, this community exists. Like, there's like you can go into like the skinhead community on Twitter. Like, it's like because your timeline is how you create it.
Yeah.
Sure.
But like, you have to go out of your way to see a different thread. So
unless if you're getting tagged though.
Well, if you're getting tagged, they're bringing.
I feel like people, a lot of people are tagging the athletes, which makes it visible to them.
Right.
But then it's still the conscious effort to either not look at it or not respond.
Right.
Yeah, you're bringing that to your front door. I guess they're bringing it to your front door, I guess, in that aspect. But it's just like, yeah, you just gotta have to get off social media or just I don't know, do like the thing where people just don't check their mentions.
Yeah, I mean it's easy, but it's just like they want the money of that comes with the celebrity, but not the actual commentary that comes with the celebrity.
Y'all popping.
Yeah.
Now you got about 20 years of slander you're gonna have to go through before it tapers out and y'all are legitimate in the eyes of all the new audience you got. But to me, it's like the hate might be raising your pockets up. You might be getting more money. There's more think pieces. There's more people covering stories. Like there's just more.
Essentially, all publicity is good.
There's more publicity. Like there's a new economy around you guys as a topic. Now, if it's as it starts off, it's just like the blacks getting into the league. It's like it's like all the blacks are in. It's like, all right, now how many think pieces do you think in the newspaper was coming out when black people started playing?
We don't need these. We don't need these niggas in the league. They shouldn't be here. And then eventually, people kept winning. They kept seeing. Well, I guess they're better. They look like they're superior players right now.
Right.
They look like they're better athletes.
And it just became what it was.
Yeah.
Now we are in a new spot. Now again, now that black people are just kind of established in sports. Now we're at the next level where they're saying like, well, they got to be the owners too.
Yeah.
Like, so wherever that goes.
And the thing that is known but not talked about is Caitlyn is like a white player in a mostly black league, and she's dominating the league. I guess dominate might be too like good of a word to give her, but she's doing extremely well in her rookie season, breaking records, and a lot of people don't like that a white player is doing this. But most guys, like when we watch basketball, we're never like, oh man, like well, how are they able to do that? It hurts my heart to see Luka cook somebody. We just like when we watch the game, we're like, oh, Luka's cold. Jokic is cold. Embiid is cold.
That's true. But when I'm watching a game, if there's too many white people cooking, I start thinking like that. Who let these niggas in?
Are you being honest, or are you just being?
To an extent,
he had to think about if he's being honest or not. he had to pinpoint which thought was actually the troll and which one he got lost.
Well, to an extent, I don't like watching sports when there's a lot of white people cooking black people.
Are you really?
In life, I don't like seeing.
Well, it doesn't happen that frequently.
How often does that happen?
Yeah.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like that a lot, but I'm saying if I'm watching something,
so when you see
somebody
turn the screen off,
why I oughta,
like I guess if you're watching soccer, it happens frequently per se. When like the European teams play the African teams, and typically the European teams win, but a lot of the European teams have black players as their best players. So, yeah, I guess that's interesting. I guess so.
Thanks for that insight.
Yeah, when I watch the game, when I watch Caitlin Clark play, I'm just like she's shooting off the dribble from 5 feet, behind the arc, and it's hitting all net.
Nasty.
And she's shooting it as if it should go. She's not shooting it hoping it goes in. She's catching, shooting, like getting ready to run down the court like Steph Curry does. So it's not about race with her. It's just about the way she's playing the game is playing it like really no other woman has played like that, where it's off the dribble. Like there's catch and shoot girls, but she's doing it step back off the dribble from deep.
It's the evolution. It's the typical evolution. It's like the evolution of AAU basketball, and then like in the NBA stuff. It's like now we have the AAU where people are playing like they're on pro level and having pro level benefits, but it's like kids. So it's like there's other evolution now where the women are like they're getting better. I don't know, like the league got better. Like people aren't playing like even the guys now. They're not playing like the dudes in the 70s.
No,
so it's like so it might start becoming a norm for other people to start doing that, pulling off the dribble and doing this. Like because we kind of jumped the gun where we're like, oh, women are about to start dunking now. It's like, well, we're not fully.
He said, pump the brakes.
We're not fully there yet. You know what I'm saying? So now there's another way to cook. With the evolution of Steph and that archetype. It's like, well, this is possible for women to like. Now that the NBA is kind of leaning towards that, like they're not heavy on like the dunks and stuff. It's like the skills are now the highlight. It's like this is actually a good market for the women because y'all not about to be LeBron,
but you can be like
you can
Steph.
be a Steph, like and it can still be entertaining. Like that's possible. Like Steph and the Splash Brothers and all that type of stuff and Dame time. Like this is a market like y'all should really just kind of capitalize on. But we're kind of in this weird, I don't know, like.
Make sure we give Asia Wilson her credit. Like, cool, she's the best player. She's the most dominant player, but most people aren't tuning in to watch Asia Wilson's games. But I know everybody I talk to, like, oh, Caitlin Clark's playing. Oh, tell me when. I might check it out. Like, not like you're necessarily going to, but if I tell you Caitlin Clark's playing, they're like, oh, what time? I might. No one's like, well,
I actually follow the Sky. Who's on the Sky? Reese?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think what they wanted.
You just wanted to let us know you follow the Sky. But
no, because you were saying like how some people are what time Caitlin Clark playing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I was trying to tap in. I was tapping into Reese before.
I don't watch it.
I was watching before, and I was like,
I watched at LSU more than I watched her in the WNBA.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because the difference between her LSU games and the WNBA games it's a pretty big difference.
And I guess they were a really good team, so they were undefeated when they won the national championship. They only maybe lost one game. They were like a trends.
And there's something to that. There's excitement. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
But when I watch her games now, I'm like, oh man, like when I watched the full game, I was like, her game's kind of boring.
Oh, it's extremely boring.
Yeah, like it's like I started realizing how like not skilled she looks. Like if you look at the numbers, if you don't watch the game, you look at the number like, dog, she cooks. When you watch the game and you see how the numbers are got, you're like, yo. Like this is like kind of like it's kind of amateurish looking, but I guess it's a slow cook. I don't know. She's a big, and I guess I didn't really fully understand the concept that she is a big in that aspect.
Like, yeah, like you might think she's like a way more of a perimeter player until you start watching her play.
There's not like multiple bags. She doesn't have multiple bags, so I think that kind of takes away from the entertainment too. It's like, okay, well,
and she'll get better. I think she'll. I mean, most people. I mean. As their first 3 years in the league, they'll get better. But I think it was just a nonsense comparison to be like, oh, she's winning Rookie of the Year, race because it was a cool narrative to push. But Caitlin Clark broke so many records and continued to cook, where the ladies had to be like, well, I guess we got to give her Rookie of the Year. Like no one said that about like when Wemby came in, people were like, oh, is he going to be that good? But once he started cooking, we were like, okay.
I think the curse of the WNBA, a lot comes from the players, and you see it sometimes with the pundits too. They're trying to do it. Like the players are too much into the game of wanting to control narratives.
Facts.
And it's like y'all should probably just hoop and let like the ESPN and let them do whatever they do, and y'all just hoop. Like
so women being women.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they're obsessed with it. It's like yo, just hoop, yo. Like that's what I'm saying about like the Angel Reese thing. It's like. You got the stat sheet and then you got the eye test, which I'm usually don't. I try not to like play the eye test game, but like
why not?
I don't know. It depends on who I'm arguing with.
If it suits him, he plays it. If it doesn't suit him, he won't.
That's fair. I ain't even tripping on that. That's fair.
But yeah, I just like I've watched Caitlin's games. I'm like, oh, this is entertaining because you don't know when she's about to just pull up.
Right.
But like, if the big thing about Angel is her rebounds, it's like
it'd be like trying to hype Rodman or Ben Wallace. Like no one would do that. No one would be like, "Yo, did you see how many Rodman was killing them rebounds?" Or Andre Drummond was. But you just wouldn't talk like
Angel
that.
Reese. I mean, she's been beasting. Obviously, I don't keep up with this, but she's been beasting since college. Was Angel Reese a scorer in college, or was she like Rodman in college?
She scored way more in college. Yeah. She was able to dominate. Like she's just way more athletic than a lot of the girls she was playing with.
What were people expecting? Because I know you say like dominant. Were people like expecting Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese to come in? Like these are
rookies.
going against pros.
Yeah.
Like, so what were people expecting from Angel Reese?
With the hype from Caitlin Clark, they were definitely expecting her to come in and dominate right away, and she kind of had a slow
She had
start.
a slow start because they were like, "Oh, we don't know if the Fever's going to make it to the playoffs because they start off with a losing season."
Yeah, and
so with Angel Reese, what's the issue? Because I heard that she has the most rebounds in like WNBA history, and she's a rookie.
This is the eye test.
Well, she did. She set the rookie record, but Asia Wilson ended up like passing her as far as most rebounds in a season because Angel Reese got hurt. So if she didn't get hurt, who knows how it would have played out? But she got hurt. So, but she did set the record for most rebounds by a rookie. But no, I mean people.
You're saying we'll see how it would have played out as far as like her total for the year, like if she would have been above Asia.
No, I think he's asking more like where did people predict she would play her first year?
Right.
I don't think anybody.
I don't know.
Nobody thought she was going to be as dominant at rebounding as she was, but simultaneously, and I mean, this is, you can take the same way you want, during games where they're getting blown out and all the starters are on the bench, for some reason, she's still be in the game. So like her stats are somewhat inflated in the fact that she's playing a lot when all the other stars are out of the game. They'll have her in there to help her case per se. Who knows if that was the motivation? But oftentimes when the games weren't,
was motivation
because they ended up they started out decent, but then they lost maybe like 5 or 6, or they went on a long losing streak and they were getting blown out.
They didn't make it to the playoffs?
No, because she got hurt. Kennedy Carter, who also was one of their better players.
That's the white girl.
No, that was the one who like shouldered Caitlin in the
who's
back.
the white girl that Steph Curry's
shooting against?
How is he even doing this? This shit, pull it up. Is it touching something? Yeah, that white girl.
Sabrina Ionescu, like they did the competition with?
The one that hit his goddaughter.
Oh, Cameron Brink.
Yeah. Is she nice?
Yeah, but she tore her ACL.
Oh, damn. Tragic.
Yeah, so she'll rehab and come back next year. But she had a good start to her season for the LA Sparks. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
I think...
in about 10 more years, you will have some Joanna mans up in there. Niggas will be, I identify as a girl.
I think this is the game like where there was foul.
Well, she was pushing her in the back.
Yeah. So she's upset
that she's got caught for pushing somebody in the back.
Oh, this is not the one I was looking for. So there was the game where she was on the heavy stat pad where they like put all 5 players on her because she was like trying to keep this double thing going. So she was just having fraudulent stats. So like they refused, like they literally put all 5 players. The game was clearly out of reach.
Yeah.
And she was still in the game. And so they just like, they put 5 players on her so she couldn't get another point on another rebound. She got like super pissed about it because they just stopped her streak. But it was like,
so this is the game where it happened?
Yeah, I think this is the game where it happened. But I thought it was like a
why
little bit more out of reach
you
than
do that though?
What do you mean?
Like why they mad at her for stat pad? They got nothing to do with them.
I mean, I don't know if that's true. That's what he was saying happened, but you know, like.
Let me see.
With 5 fouls, that's less time she can play, and she's 2 points away from a double-double.
Yeah, so they have this thing about like just trying to keep this streak going, but not scoring no final. But this. I look at this might be it.
So this is the end of the game.
So look, I mean the 81-67.
God damn.
I mean, look at.
I mean, they just trapped. I mean, that's nothing too crazy. They just trapped her.
But they're just doing it to her.
But they are making sure that she doesn't get an easy bucket.
And look at her. She's still
look. She's waiting for the ball.
Thirsty.
Hey.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like when you like watch it, you know, again,
you can see that she's motivated to get keep these records, which is fine, but
which is cool if
like
it's in the flow of the game. It's like,
but the game's over. Who cares?
81 to 67.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
when you start doing that, you get the what's his name, James Harden, Russell Westbrook thing, Iverson. When you be scoring all that shit, but still be losing and shit, it's like that looks good on your career, but like for what?
Like that's crazy.
Yeah. And then press play. The fact that she's like,
she ran back out and was like, "Hey, give me the ball."
Yeah, and there's like 8 seconds left, and she's like, "Yo, I got this. Yo, Now I'm mad. Fuck.
She's still on it.
They get back to the locker room.
They
Why the fuck
probably-
they powers open?
They probably fighting after that.
I couldn't really be playing with nobody who's acting that way.
And we 9-14, you acting like this? Come on, bro.
Yeah, like I couldn't.
Yeah.
I personally couldn't. If you're on my team and we're getting beat by 15, and you're on some like I need the ball to continue my record, I'd be like, the point is to win the game, not to continue your record. But
Yeah.
you know, not to dwell on Angel Reese too bad. She had a great rookie season. She'll only get better, next year. And
I like what I do like about Angel Reese's game. I mean, and I don't know what people feel about, but I just like her trash talk. But she's a pretty big trash talker.
You fucking carpet muncher.
She got what?
Is that how she trash talk?
Oh, I don't.
Carpet muncher.
Stupid.
But she's got like the energy of, she just, like I said, like just watching the game sometimes, like her scoring ability is kind of tough to watch.
Right.
But like she's got like the energy of, like, that's what makes her entertaining. But as far as like
her skill
is just like, oh, okay. Like I said, the rebounding is cool if that's what you're tapping in for. But yeah, her scoring ability, and she's got to clean it up, because these layups, I mean, horrendous. Like it's like middle school levels.
Well, she's a lefty, and her right hand is
I
like
didn't know she was left-handed.
Yeah, it's really weak. So
lucky lefty myself.
So that's why I'd be looking funny because typically when we watch basketball, most people are righties. So when you see people finish with their right hand, it looks normal. But when she goes to finish with her right hand, because it's not her dominant hand.
So that's why she always has the weird step.
Yeah,
she looks confused about it. Like
her right hand kind of just like comes from really low down, whereas when she's finishing with her left hand, it's a lot higher of a release, like a normal release. But when she uses her right hand, she's just not that proficient at it. But she'll get better, of course. I mean, you would assume, but she said this will have her back in the lab.
All right, Cowboys being, I haven't really tapped in on the Cowboys. Cowboys being Cowboys.
So you want a brief update?
Yeah, I just loosely hear that they're just
Well, yeah. So week 1, they played the
before.
Yeah.
Why is Jerry Jones talking about dick sizes?
I mean, I didn't dive too far into it, but like I know what Jamie Foxx was live streaming.
He was like this. He was like, oh.
And then he had to cancel the live stream because
that nigga said, "Look good, about 310, some 8-inch dick." Nigga's like, what?
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
I watched the video, but I never heard like.
See, I didn't dive too. I just So it was something like that where he was describing like players, and he would talk about their size.
He talking like them niggas is Mandigo slaves. Dog. Like that nigga, Jerry Jones, boy. That's why they lose. That's why they lose. Are they 2-2 right now?
They should be 2-2.
I thought they were 0-3. I was hoping for that.
Oh, they're 2-1. But they started off against the
Ravens.
And no, they started off with the Browns, and the Browns are terrible, so they beat up on the Browns. So everybody got into the Cowboys are the real deal.
Typical Cowboy start to a
season. But then they played the Saints in week 2, and the Saints
got them.
Put it on them, like embarrassed them,
beat the brakes off of them.
And then the Cowboys played the Ravens, also lost that game. And then the Giants are arguably the worst or as bad as the
Panthers,
the Browns, and they barely beat they should have probably lost that game. They barely beat the Giants.
That was 20.
Yeah, you're like
going the wrong direction.
Correct. So they just played on Thursday Night Football, and they beat the Giants by 5. And Stephen A was calling them out like, if you guys can't beat the Giants, you guys are pathetic. But because the Giants are fairly bad. But again, it's the Cowboys just being inconsistent. Is Dak Prescott worth the money? Will the Cowboys do anything this year? Will they make the playoffs? Probably, because their divisions, it's okay.
They always make the playoffs.
Yeah, because the Redskins are average. The Giants suck, and the Eagles are the Eagles. So
both Brady and
Romo,
Aaron Rodgers are saying how good Dak is and how they like his game. You think they're just doing that just to shoot him bail because he's getting so much heat?
I think there's some fraternity of like quarterbacks where they're hesitant to criticize other quarterbacks because they've been in their shoes, and it's kind of like a brotherhood. But they did say as Brady called the Cowboys game, I think against the Saints, and he eventually started coming out and saying that Dak just need to improve because Brady's still adjusting to calling games.
Like, I can't laugh at this nigga no more, man. All right, bro.
Basically.
Fucking Dakota.
Because Brady called the game against the Browns and they were critical that he was afraid to make like real commentary.
Well, because they said that in his contract there's certain things he can and can't say because he's with Las Vegas or whatever.
No, he can say anything. He's just not privy. He's excluded from like your typical player. Typically, they'll do like player meetings before, like the day before, where you get to meet with the players to get some inside insight. But because he's trying to buy the Raiders, he's not allowed to go to all the meetings that your typical announcers would be able to go to, because he can use that information if he becomes an owner to leverage, like, we should pick up this player or stay away from this player. So it's kind of like tampering if he was able to get that access, I guess. So it's kind of a unique situation.
I think his name Rain. Rain Dakota.
So the Cowboys are gonna be. I mean, what's the Cowboys' final record for this year?
Man, fuck the Cowboys.
I'm throwing them
the Cowboys
at a 10-7 because they're 17 games now.
I'm giving them a hoe ass nigga rating.
I mean, that's fair.
Fuck you, Cowboys people. It is Texans nation, nigga. Who we got? We got Diggs on your hoe ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? We coming through with CJ. We might go get a handy with what's the old boy name?
Handy.
A handy. What's the old boy name? Watson. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
He's on the Browns, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but we like
the spots in Houston.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
So Watson's got the spots.
What do you mean by handy?
The masseuse.
He got the hand job.
Yeah, you know.
He got the Robert Kraft
It's
special.
not some Diddy talk.
Yeah, no.
It is.
Well, but no. I guess it's hetero, so I don't know if that's better or worse. But
Man,
Cowboys
that
still
alone was almost worse than anything I said.
What I mean, one is we're just simply talking about him getting
I know,
like
but
happy
you said-
endings at massages versus
You
like
said it was hetero. I don't know if that's bad or worse.
I said it's better or worse, you know, just because the other implication is let's proceed.
Let's run this real quick.
Yes.
There's quite a bit of games. All right, Cowboys and Steelers.
Steelers win.
L. That's an L. Yeah.
Cowboys and Lions.
Lions win.
L.
Cowboys and Niners.
Probably a L.
They win. Cowboys win.
No.
Cowboys and Falcons.
They probably win.
They'll
that.
win that one. Cowboys and Eagles. L.
Eagles win.
Eagles looking like they should win.
Texans and Cowboys.
We up, nigga.
That's the game right there. November 18th.
Yeah.
We're going to that one.
Who's we and how much do you think that ticket's gonna cost?
I don't know.
Shit.
Have y'all ever been to a Cowboys game in the new stadium?
No, I've been to Texans.
I've been
games.
I've been in the stadium, but I've been to a Texan game too, but not a Cowboy. In that stadium, I've been to the old one with the Dream Team, Aikman and all them. You know.
So the answer is no.
In the new stadium now.
It is crazy inside there. I've only been to a preseason game, but it's like a whole like.
Yeah, I mean, I've been like in concerts and other things like that, but not football wise.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the atmosphere is probably nuts football wise.
Correct.
Like loud. Yeah.
Let's see what them prices looking like. Oh, they're not trying to.
I'm not trying to show.
I could
Selling fast.
I can look real quick on the apps, real quick. Just
only $50.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to sit where and do what?
He said to sit where and do what? Watch the game.
That's
nigga.
standing room. Relax. See, you're not even able to sit down.
Looking like he had
440.
Looking like he had a concert. Just stand in the standing section.
Yeah. See, anything good, but
quick
go
rack.
go
Man,
even go up.
I gotta start getting money.
Yeah. See,
What
I'm
the
not
fuck?
exactly. And the thing about
Wait, is
the
this
Cowboys
is this
Stadium
at the Cowboys Stadium?
Yeah, if you're that far, if you're in that row, then the game don't even look.
You're looking at the screen.
Yeah, the whole time, because the stadium is
huge,
is massive as far as like some stadiums sit a lot of people, but they're not as big.
Right,
that place is.
So we need $3,000 by the 18th of November.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if y'all like to donate,
hit the
send
Cash
to
App.
Weird City Podcast.
Hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. Hit the cash app.
But hell no,
Dr.
we ain't
Umar.
going to that game. I mean, that's like a whole. That's
I don't know if I can drop.
That's like multiple months of rent. You know,
I don't care that much
to be in the stadium with a bunch of drunk Cowboys fans.
Where were we at? All right. So wait. So do we say the Cowboys are winning or losing?
Yeah, they're gonna lose against the Texans.
Where, nigga? Multiple months of rent. Where?
What?
You said that's multiple months of rent.
Yeah, $3,000.
Oh, I thought you said the 1,000. I was like, nigga, where? I want to go.
Well, he said we need 3,000.
Cowboys and Commanders. Commanders quarterback. I saw something. I saw
Jaden Daniels is the real deal. They might lose that game.
Of Magic
He was
Johnson.
kinda cooking.
The Commanders are gonna win just because I like Magic Johnson.
You really wanted to get that off.
I was gonna make it more derogatory.
I know you were like the Giants and the Cowboys again.
Cowboys win.
Yeah,
Cowboys
beat the Bengals.
Bengals. Wait, who's on the Bengals? That boy.
I mean, Joe Burrow and
Yeah,
Jamar
boy.
Chase, but they've been playing really suspect so far.
They cooked me. in
Cowboys
fantasy
beat
the other day,
Panthers.
though. Yeah, they beat Panthers.
Well-
Cowboys beat the Bucks.
No, they're not beating the Bucks.
You don't think so?
No,
Probably not.
Eagles beat them again.
Yep.
Commanders. They didn't play Commanders.
They might beat the Commanders
Then
at home.
Magic Johnson slipped something in Dak
So,
Prescott's.
I can see them catching.
Oh, we just
wait,
gonna-
and they already won
we
2
just
games.
gonna go over my joke.
Yeah, they're 2-2 right now.
The Magic Johnson Dak Prescott joke.
We tried to blow past it, and you're trying to
All right.
have us sick with it.
Diddy activity, dog.
Yo, why did they say that back in the day that they injected Eazy-E with AIDS?
I mean, that sounds, like he was just using heroin and he had a dirty needle. But
Maybe he just had AIDS.
How did Magic Johnson beat that shit?
what do you mean? He's
HIV.
He's got the
He
best
still has it.
medication. Yeah.
No, he don't. He showed me his results.
Oh.
We was gonna smoke, and he was like, "Hey, brother, I'm clean."
He had money. He had access to the top.
You've seen the South Park episode.
To the latest science. I mean,
yeah.
having money comes with some privileges.
So what happens to that latest science? It's like everybody's like, all right, let's put the cure away for HIV.
Wait,
Magic was the only nigga that got cured from it, and everybody else.
It raises a lot of questions.
You gotta take pills, like 30 pills.
Wait, so is he cured of it? He's not cured. There's no way he can be cured.
You
of
have
it.
just like let's just
He
Google.
didn't have AIDS. He had HIV. He didn't have
like
AIDS.
it never turned into full blown AIDS because he was able to address it right away, and obviously the medicine has improved over the years. But I think the internet will probably give us more insight.
Y'all seen his son?
What about him?
Have you seen
His
him?
daughter?
Have you seen him?
His daughter.
Have you seen who I'm talking about?
He doesn't have a son. Well, he has a son.
All right.
She should go to the WNBA.
You want a straightforward path to your goals.
The nigga tall.
He opens up. He's not gonna say nothing. I need to
Why
like.
does nigga got a straight face like that? Like he's like,
Oh, me? I was trying to
he's
read.
just looking for.
I'm trying to read what the. I was trying to see if there's anything
I feel like they're
important.
gonna make you watch the video to get the context.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
20 years after HIV announcement.
That's 2011. There's got to be something.
20th anniversary of his HIV diagnosis. See, he talking like he ain't got it no more. Can you get healed from HIV?
No, I mean you only get affected when it turns into full blown AIDS. Where your immune system just is unable to protect against your average
Right.
flu or like pneumonia or. Because typically you don't die. You die from the like pneumonia, the infection that your body's unable to fight off. So.
Vaccine and study. Okay. I don't know. There's so many. I don't know which one.
Yeah. I
Okay, here
don't
goes one.
fucking,
No, has not been cured from HIV.
That's recent. So.
Okay, well, I guess he's
Dr.
just-
Sebi was involved. That's crazy.
What am I doing?
In fact, what does it say? Of living with HIV, the virus that can cause AIDS. Yeah, I don't think there's too much there as far as it just seems like he still has HIV and he's on enough medication to stop it from turning into full-blown AIDS.
I just want to see. Okay.
Why?
I heard he was tall.
6'2".
6'2". Okay.
Is there? You need to continue after the height? No.
Let's see. I don't know why he would leave this with me.
Well, I mean, he didn't know that you would immediately turn down the path.
All right, let me get out of here, man. 'Cause I don't want to be making fun of somebody's kid.
Are we off the Cowboys or?
Yeah. Are you done with them?
I believe I am.
Any plans this weekend?
Like
he brought up Magic Johnson's son.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how it worked. I brought it up. You're talking about like just in general?
Yeah.
I mean, Alabama plays Georgia tonight. It's kind of a big game.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, besides that, not really much. Besides watching that game as hopefully. I mean, I guess I want to like root against Georgia. Maybe I do, but if Alabama beats Georgia, then the whole Texas Georgia ticket probably goes down in price instead of them both being undefeated.
Let's talk about it. The next great white hope.
Oh, Arch Manning.
Arch Manning.
So for the Arch has been playing. He started his first game last week. He looked fairly good. He came in relief against when they were crushing UTSA, and he ran like a 66-yard touchdown. He looks like he throws a better deep ball than the starter, but the starter is like a junior, and he's going to be an NFL draft pick. So I guess it's like, should Arch Manning keep playing if the UT keeps winning, or should they go back to the starter?
Wait, is that today?
Yeah.
Is he related to Peyton Manning?
They're playing Mississippi State today. And Arch looks like he's going to start again today. Let me see what type of the game starts. He's Peyton Manning's nephew. So Peyton's brother is his
The
dad.
next great white hope.
Like Peyton and Eli's other brother.
The one that didn't get put on.
But he's going to have the greatest Manning. A Manning that can run.
I think the greatest man is Peyton.
But he can run.
Peyton can't?
Peyton wasn't that mobile in the league, but Arch looks like he's a much better athlete than Peyton. And
So he's like a hybrid.
He is like a hybrid.
I wouldn't even. He's not. He's just not slow. I wouldn't say he's like.
Jesus, what do you think about Magic Johnson's son?
That's no comment. That game is at 3:15. That game is at 3:15.
Just weave it right back.
Who plays at 3:15?
UT plays Mississippi State at 3:15. They're a minus 37.5 favorite.
Is that your phone?
That's not my phone.
Iron Man just randomly going.
Things happen.
Suspect.
What's up with those Dragon Ball Z sodas? Those look pretty hard.
You're not drinking them.
I don't.
Five Below.
I haven't been in theirs in a minute.
I've never been in Five Below.
There's Five Belows in Austin. I knew they were in Cali. I just haven't.
Yeah, there are. We
like three right around us.
We delivered to them. I just never delivered to them.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I only seen them in Cali, but that makes sense. People love Five Below. There is gems in there, I guess.
What is it, like a dollar store but for $5?
Yeah, exactly that. So there's a wider range of stuff because you're not limited to that dollar range.
Not everything's $5.
Right, not everything $1 for $1.
But they got five Below and Beyond or something now, so they're doing the same thing Dollar Tree.
It's like a freemium. They get you in there, and then they're like, "Well, if you want to spend more money, you can."
They just started running that gambit. But Arch Manning, like he's that guy. He's had a lot of exciting plays when he was coming in for one or two plays. But now that he's starting, I mean, what are we saying he's gonna put up today? 5 touchdowns?
I'm gonna say he's going to throw for 4 touchdowns.
How's
and 300
Mississippi
yards.
State?
They're booty doo. They're 1-3 on the year.
Oh yeah, he's about to ball out.
And they haven't. I mean, they lost to They beat Eastern Kentucky. They lost to Arizona State, who's average. They lost to Toledo, who's not that good. And they lost to Florida, who's really average.
Longhorns favored by 38.5 points.
Yeah. But they've been covering, and they've looks like because of the college playoff, where there's 12 teams that get in this year. If you don't necessarily win your division, you probably want to have a strong margin of victory,
right,
to make sure you get in. Because Georgia or Alabama has a chance of beating UT in the SEC conference, but if your record's decent and your margin of victory looks good, it'll probably help you get into the tournament.
So what game, I mean, I have to look at the schedule. What game does he have to win to lock in being a starter?
He probably has to, he plays well today. They play Oklahoma next week. If Ewers isn't back for Oklahoma and he does good against Oklahoma, he'll most likely start when they play Georgia. So there's a couple factors. If Ewers is healthy by next week, they'll probably start Ewers. But if he's not,
He's cooked. He's out of there.
Well,
yeah, I tried to get some tickets for this Oklahoma game. It's not worth it. I just watch it on TV.
Yeah, but you would also have to drive to.
It looks like it's in Oklahoma.
To Dallas.
Oh, it's in Oklahoma. Oh, it's in Dallas.
They always play the Cotton Bowl. It's in Dallas.
Oh, that's why it was so expensive.
Yeah, it's the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah,
Texas State Fair.
So they got that one. Yeah, he got. Yeah, so I'd be trying to get back on the field as soon as possible. If I was Ewers.
Well, yeah. I mean, today's going to show a lot. I mean, if he balls out against a real SEC team, even though Mississippi State isn't that good,
they got the Georgia game.
They're going to have a decision about what they do for Oklahoma, as that's going to be the biggest game of their season so far. And then if he plays really well when they play against Georgia, they're not going to.
What if it gets like a Brady story? One of those. Ewers is back. He's not playing so hot. They put in Manning. He comes in. He balls out.
Then that will seal the fact that if Ewers comes back in and plays poorly, and then they put Arch back in, and Arch plays way better, then he'll be the starter for the rest of the season. And Ewers will just be hoping that his draft stock doesn't fall too much.
Because what was this couple games? Who were they playing? I was at a bar.
I mean, he did really well against
put him in,
Colorado State. He did really well against UTSA.
I mean, the whole bar was going crazy since he got in the game. It was kind of nuts. Dang, 2-0. Yeah, so he's the next great white hope since Trump.
I mean, that's a fair statement, but he can also play. So the bright side is he's not like hype. He can actually like throw the ball. He can run the ball. He's a good football player. So that's the cool thing that Arch has going for him is he can actually, he's talented. But enough about Arch. Do we want to segue to Trump versus Kamala?
Oh yeah. We can.
It seems like a perfect.
The other great white hope. I just keep going to the notes. Trump versus Kamala.
Did you guys watch any of their debate that happened on 9/11, which was an interesting time to have a debate?
I paid no attention to. I try not to pay attention to them as much as possible, but it's just in your face.
It's hard. I guess where we want to start. There's the. Have you seen with AI with the?
Is Kamala black or Indian?
I mean, she's
or Mexican.
Well, she's not Mexican
or white.
I mean,
she's all that.
What type of question are you asking? Actually,
it's not even a real question.
Okay, it's just. With the improvements of AI, have you seen the Trump and Kamala photos where they got like Trump and Kamala like making out? They got like Kamala pregnant with like Trump's baby. They're walking on the beach.
That's crazy.
It's only going to get crazier as we get closer to the election. I still think in my heart of hearts, it doesn't seem to me that Kamala really has an accurate chance of winning the election. We're going to find out. Obviously, we live in Texas, which is a mostly, conservative state, even though Austin would be a liberal city in the conservative state. But I still can't see Kamala pulling it off. But the polls have shown that she's gained ground. But the question is, who are they asking for these polls?
But it looks the same way every election. It's like you got the Houston, the Dallas, the Austin, San Antonio. You got those numbers, and then it's just flooded from the rural areas. It's like it don't even matter what the major cities vote no more. Like I'm like, I didn't know like these rural areas have so much voting power and that they even vote.
But it's like the percentage is like 80%. like Republican in those rural, like there's they're not considering a Democrat at all in those rural areas.
No,
because people keep asking how Abbott keeps in gets elected, and who's the other dude? The dude who went to Cabo.
The fat nigga.
Yeah.
The slug. What's his name?
Cruz.
Yeah.
Cruz.
Yeah, people keep.
That dude just seems like a loser.
They're always wondering how Abbott and
Right?
Cruz
He just has like the
get
face of a
reelected.
loser.
Yeah, he do.
His whole demeanor is like, again, and then like politics is a tough thing to respect. It's like jumping back to Trump just being like, I forgot what he said about his wife being ugly or whatever. And him like basically them talking trash, and then like 2 weeks later being like, Trump's my boy. It's like, yo, he just dog walked your wife though.
The nigga who's Trump's running mate, he was
Vance
shitting on Trump. Like there's footage of it. Now,
who is that dude?
I don't know who the fucking
Where'd he come from?
The fucking coach. Kamala said, go coach. I was like, wait, the fucking coach running with you?
Wait, who's the coach?
The nigga running with Kamala. She calls him coach.
That's her VP, right?
Yeah.
You picked a man?
Like he was a coach. It wasn't gonna work if two women did
it. Are you saying that there couldn't be a woman president and vice president?
No, they can't.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Niggas aren't gonna fuck with that.
I just wanted to double down on it.
I'm not being PC, nigga. It's just nah.
Oh man.
Has anybody heard from Biden?
Yeah, he was introducing somebody the other day and forgot their name. Like he's still going through dementia shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't want him in that nigga because he just watching Biden up there is just like, there goes my grandpa again. You know what I'm saying? Like your senile grandpa who tells all these fucking stories. Like, come on, man.
I think it's beneficial for Kamala to try to distance herself from. It's a weird thing they're trying to pull off. They're trying to distance himself from Biden while simultaneously acting like Kamala isn't the vice president of the Biden campaign.
Right, yeah.
It's a very strange idea that they're trying
She's
to...
almost running like she's the president and she's just like re-campaigning for the presidency.
Yeah,
but
it's a strange concept that they're trying to get away with. As if she's like, I'm going to bring in change. I got all these plans to bring in change, but it's like, wait, you're in the office right now in the number 2 position, and you couldn't impact any of this change.
Yeah.
I mean, could you impact the change with a nigga aimlessly walking around with dementia?
Yeah, but
Hell nah.
Then one would ask you, how much is he even in charge?
Right. I'm just waiting till his time run out, man. You know what I'm saying? His time come out at the end of the year, you know?
Like his presidential time or like his...
Yes, man, yes.
Yeah, because it could have went either way.
It could have, but I'm not going that far. But yeah, his presidential time, he's probably just, like, what the fuck is he doing lately? Nobody trusts him with shit. He's just doing like random side missions that don't matter.
So I haven't heard much
that
about
talking at old folks home and shit. He ain't doing that.
That's his old folks home.
Yeah,
like, he's registered to be in there.
For real, giving a speech. Oh shit! But yeah, man.
Here goes Biden again.
Yeah,
he's actually just keeps escaping. Like that's why he's out in public.
He's ducking out from the retirement community.
Like, if Kamala won, I would just be cool because in my 38 years of life, female president and female black president. But to be honest, I don't really give a fuck who wins.
I never have. I probably never will.
I would start giving a fuck who win when that shit starts affecting my bread.
Now, I guess the question is, are you guys going to vote?
No, I don't vote. But yeah, I don't vote.
I'll be in that hoe.
So I got in a whole argument with a guy about
Make
this.
America great again hat.
No. I'll write in somebody. I always do.
But
yeah, see, that's just
you
a waste
sound
of time.
very Trumpish.
What does that mean?
You sound like you vote for Trump.
I'm not going to vote for Trump.
I remember when you was at the Bitcoin thing. Oh my God, my savior. Oh my God, my savior.
I don't think any of that was mentioned.
He's so real. What were you saying? You were bigging him up.
I wasn't bigging him up at all.
You were bigging him up.
I just said
you
Trump.
said the GOAT. You did say the GOAT.
I just said Trump was at the...
You said the GOAT, nigga.
I might have said the goat.
You said the goat with fire emojis. You did.
No, I don't know if there was fire emojis.
My God.
There was
my savior.
No. I mean, it was just it was a significant moment to have a presidential campaign at the Bitcoin conference.
That is different.
Yeah. The level of security that was in there, they were calling people over the intercom.
And that was after the shooting thing, right? After the first one?
Yes.
Yeah.
But so it's crazy. Nobody talk about that second one. Nobody talk about this shit anymore.
Well, it's nasty work to let you know that there's a lot of, I guess, liberal media. The fact that he's tried to be killed twice, or I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at it. Either the world is so crazy now that you could have 2 assassination attempts and it could get downplayed, or that they're intentionally suppressing that because
staged.
Yeah.
Right. I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna vote. Yeah. No. I did get in an argument with someone that did the I was in the military, I fought so you can vote thing. We got in that.
Oh, he's defending your rights to vote, and he felt that like you are disrespecting the country because he made the choice to join the military, and now he feels like he can virtue signal and say, if you don't vote, then like that's offensive to me. When at the end of the day, you don't know any of his motivations for joining the military.
Well,
you know,
he's like, he looked me in my eyes, tried to shake my hands, like, do it for me. And I was like, well, my granddad, my brother, and my great granddad was in the military, and I didn't vote for them. He's like, I'm not talking about them. I'm saying do it for me. I was like, well, I'm saying like if I do,
if not do it for them, not do it. He missed the. He was just stuck on his more like selfish, like acknowledge my sacrifice for the country type deal.
Well, my argument to him was, and he agreed with it, but for some reason wouldn't concede it. It's like you admit that you voted for my right to choose to vote or not, right? And he's like, yes. It's like, but it's disrespectful if you don't vote. It's like, so wait, did you fight for me to have the choice?
Or did you fight to control me?
like we got to talk, you know. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, I was like, well, I'm not going to vote. And so that's just kind of the end of that.
It's always weird with people who do that because I had my old boss do that to me when Barack was running for the first time. And I remember she was like, I was living in Midland, so, you know, that's very Confederate. And she was like, basically on some do the right thing type shit, you know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm just like, because we're because it's like
do the right thing is crazy.
Once the polls open, like we could just take the day off, whatever. And I'm leaving work, and I'm just like, man, you know, this is like the first black nigga running, you know what I'm saying? And then she's like, yeah, just make sure you pay attention, you voting for it. And I'm thinking, bitch, I'm going home. Nigga, like, I don't give a fuck about none of this. I'm using this as my day to go the fuck home. Like, I don't care about this shit. Boy, please.
Yeah,
trying to punk me in the nigga, I'm going home. Nigga,
Make sure you do the right thing.
That's crazy.
Like, the manipulation, dog. Now, the only thing that made me almost think about it, which I know is bullshit, so I ain't gonna do it. I was like, maybe I should vote. Because Trump was like, no more taxes on overtime if you elect me. And I was like,
wait, what?
That's what he said.
I mean, that would be hard. Those are those watered down campaign promises that people
like. I'm in at Mar-a-Lago. No tax on overtime.
He said two things. He said no taxes on servers and no taxes on overtime.
He did talk about tips too. They might not tax tips.
They won't tax tips,
which is cool.
And they won't tax you on overtime. I was like, that's
or
too
like
good to be true.
Did he say no tax or not an additional?
No tax on overtime pay.
I mean that seems unconstitutional. So
yeah. Now, yeah, that makes more sense. The no additional tax.
Yeah,
that would be a win. Also,
I can see no tax on tips seems something they could probably get. That's something that you could at least get people to debate about.
Yeah, it's true. Really, you shouldn't be taxed on tips though, but I don't want to get into it.
That's why you just don't report them.
Well, I mean,
companies now are they're forcing you to report on.
So you like, it's very you have to work. You have to work in industries where the reporting of the tips isn't like there is no reporting of the tips in like the way a valet works, where he's getting tipped.
Right.
The valet is not reporting that.
Like, most restaurants are forcing you to like basically they're calculating off your sales. So they're saying based off these sales, you should have made these tips. So we're gonna force you to pay taxes on those.
But that table's black,
and a lot of places. And a lot of places in Austin now they have the. I'm seeing it more and more. They have the included gratuity, and then they try to slip you up and they say, additional gratuity.
Bitch.
Yeah,
and you're
they
like,
got
wait,
that
so
downtown also.
so you charge me the tip already,
and then you saying ask me for
and then you're hoping I'm like turnt and I'm not paying attention,
yeah,
and then
which most people are.
Yeah.
So as a former server, I typically, but the further I've got out of like server life,
the less you're doing the whole. Well, I'm a server, so I always
tip. So we
tip 25%.
We went out for someone's birthday.
Yeah.
Worst service I probably had in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Terrible service. So somebody in our party showed up at this restaurant and they worked at the restaurant.
Yeah.
So we was like, yo, this dude's about to get 10% or a stiff. It's probably going to be a stiff. But, somebody's feeling bad, tip them 10%, whatever. So this chick that's in our group says that we have to tip 20% because she's sitting at our table. And it's their policy that if someone from the restaurant comes in to eat, they have to tip 20%.
Bitch, bye. What?
So
then you do the 20 for
Wait,
everybody.
so there's a couple. So one, she had the audacity to look you guys in the eye and say this, and two, she probably didn't mention it until the end, right?
Did not mention it until the end.
Oh yeah.
Did not mention it because I would have told you to stand up and it's
and
time for you to leave. Because she showed up late anyways.
Oh.
She wasn't even there.
So she showed up late and tried to force y'all to tip more than you wanted.
And then probably told the server, "Oh, I'm gonna have you taken care of."
Some nonsense.
They gonna tip you good.
Because we were having the stiff conversation and she sounded weird about she just kind of weird, but we let the cash and we basically like, okay, we're not tipping. No, we're not. And then she took the check, took the cash, and they did some kind of math. I don't know. On my end, I stiffed.
Sure,
I paid for whatever
you got up out of there.
I paid for whatever the actual cost was for mine because they wanted to put all one check because it was like this dude's gonna take forever to come back if we don't. So he's already
another suspect way to finesse yo.
It was like yo, he's already. I mean, this took 3 hours of a meal that probably could have took an hour and 10 minutes. It was an hour before we even got the orders in.
Damn.
So yeah,
okay.
They asked me I'm.
There's context to this a lot.
We're looking at the drinks. We ordered the drinks over there. I asked the manager. I'm like, yo, our drinks are right there. Can you just bring them to us? They're right there. We're looking at them. It's hard to watch a drink sit there for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And just getting warm.
What'd the manager say?
He's like, I'll be back.
Wait, really?
Yeah. It was terrible.
Oh, hold on. So he literally acknowledged it and just kept it. Where were y'all?
What is this? RA Sushi downtown?
Oh, that raw sushi.
Raw sushi. Is that what it is? Yeah. It's terrible. We'll never go back.
Wait, is that on Netches?
It's on 4th Street and it's on 4th Street. I don't know, by Congress or it's right by 4th Street and maybe it's Netches.
Yeah, I mean, but the service is typically I'm trying to understand how
terrible. Terrible.
Was it that busy or?
That's the problem. It wasn't busy. So we're looking around the restaurant. We're like, yo, there's but
y'all were with somebody who worked there.
Yeah, she showed up a little later, but yeah,
right. That's why the service wasn't good because the nigga was probably
But she wasn't there. The service was already bad before she showed up.
Nah, but it's not even. It's the type of spot where, I've been there because they have a little happy hour. But
yeah, they got the happy hour.
It's the type of spot where it's impossible for him to have that experience unless they intentionally were just doing a terrible job.
There's just I don't know what was going on, but we're looking around and the servers are running everybody's and we're like, yo, it's not even busy in here. What is everybody so behind for?
Yeah.
So the manager, to add insult to injury, I'm like, yo, I walk up to the bar. I'm like, hey, these 5 drinks are ours. Can you get them to the table? I didn't even have a drink. I'm just like, dude.
Yeah, you're just trying to
get to the table. And he's like, so he says he's got whatever, dude. He doesn't do it. So then I'm looking at him because you see the inside, the inside's open.
Yeah.
So there's tables set. They're already set.
Oh, were y'all eating outside?
No, we're inside. We're inside at the high tops.
Okay.
And the tables are set inside and they got napkins, they got the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he's just going table to table, just adjusting them. Just moving them around.
Instead of just bringing you all the drinks.
Dude, was that more important than just give me the damn drinks, bro? You're setting tables that are already set. And I was like, what are you doing? It looked throughout the whole 3 hours, it looked like he was trying to just dodge the smoke the whole night. There was fires and all the servers are moving slow and they're all this. The servers are running. I saw one guy, he goes from multiple times, goes from the kitchen to the bar sprinting, full on sprint. And I'm like, yo, what is going on in here?
Like I've only ate at the bar in there, so I've never tried the serving experience.
The bartenders were killing it. Like they're the only ones that were like,
yeah, but
like,
I still don't get. I know how it's set up in there. I just don't get how it would.
And so our
I wouldn't have tipped too if it took 3 hours at raw sushi. That's crazy.
No, so our server he does like one of the golden rules of which I don't like to see. He was like, man, the bartender's tripping. That's why your drink's taking so long. And we're like, yo, bro. We've been seeing the drink sitting right there for 30 minutes. Like
You're
the
trying
bartender, I saw them make it. Like they put it out like instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, you took a long time to ring it in. I saw that. It's like, but when they got the ticket, I saw them make it, and they just been sitting
That's
there.
crazy. Well,
So, and I did ask the bartender like, yo, can you walk our drinks? And they was like, ugh. They was like, you're gonna have to get one of these servers because like they were cooking. Like they're basically like, we got a flow going.
they're
We're
busy. That's a tough
terrible.
experience there.
But
Especially
yeah, so we
at raw
could
sushi.
so we couldn't stiff them because the chick said that we couldn't stiff them. So like I said, I stiffed them on my bill. I pay whatever. But yeah, I don't know. All I have to say is Trump says he'll not tax on tips.
I mean, I'm for that. You know,
hopefully y'all don't get stiffed.
Hopefully y'all get. Hey, I'm stiff. Like I said, the further I get out of server culture is the more I'm just like, I'm not having it. Like I don't have the guilt of like I got to tip regardless. Like yo,
Yeah, me neither.
If it's ass,
I mean, yeah, I try to
it's got to be egregious though for me to be like
case by case basis. I mean, with the whole invention of either the handheld device or the iPad where they flip it to you, like if I see the percentages and I'm doing the math and I'm like, it's too much for this experience, I just do custom and then I just put in the custom. And like, you know, it feels like, I don't know if this is the case, but it feels like they're trying to stare at you during the process to guilt you into doing.
Really? Whenever they give it to me, they turn their back or they do something else.
No, like
but
the handheld
thing,
thing,
it's still right there.
The handheld thing, I feel that way. But when you're at the counter and it's the iPad thing,
are they turning around?
Yeah, I put 0 and I look them dead in the eyes.
Oh yeah.
Well, it depends on where I'm at though.
I never have
Chipotle.
0. I mean, cilantro 0.
Firebird?
I mean, all these.
Bro, I'm not tip you at a place where you're getting paid more than $5 an hour.
No. I mean, no. All these places where it's like
more than like
pseudo fast food. I'm not throwing random tips.
Because it wasn't like that
on pseudo fast food.
Nigga, like they've been getting tips from Red Lobster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This Chipotle shit where they turn. Nigga, who's that going to?
Yeah. Subway. Like, bro, what?
No, nigga, this is y'all. This is what y'all supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's there to see, you know,
like, and it's almost like, to be real, when you get a server, like, this is what you chose, nigga.
Yeah,
you chose to gamble. That's what you chose. You chose to get paid $2 an hour and to gamble.
It's a crazy way to look at it,
but it's real.
That's true.
Nobody is entitled to tip you shit. That's why you do the gratuity thing, whatever. But nigga, you chose to gamble. So when I see niggas who be like, because I follow a lot of like DoorDash pages on Reddit and shit, and these niggas be like, man, I came all the way this far, and they tip. This is what you chose.
Yeah.
You chose to be that shit, so you should know that there's gonna be some days where I'm gonna get tipped good and where niggas are gonna stiff me.
That's kind of why even when I drive Uber, I stopped doing Uber Eats because of the variables of
right.
Because sometimes you be going 30 minutes and then they'd be like, they say with an expected tip, they give you
right.
And then when you get the actual thing comes in,
so
it's far less than that.
It's just gauging you being like, oh, we're gonna keep you in a good mood until these people get their food, and then we're gonna piss you off once you give it to them.
Yeah. So I don't be doing that anymore. But
yeah, that's a tough market to be in. But I did have a chick at Subway roll her eyes when I put like the no tip. I was like, I mean, I'm just
like 5 years ago, y'all wasn't asking to get tipped.
Did you address her after she rolled the eyes, or did you just kind of like
it was like all cool, like we're like chopping up, we're talking about the day, and and then like when I said hit no tip, it was like, and like just like turned like cold, like bro.
Oh really?
Like,
but what the fuck I'm gonna tip you for?
I was like, what?
It's just a new culture where they're trying to finesse you.
But you know it's real shit because dog, even like I go to the smoke shop, dog, they have a tip jar, and I'm like, what is this for?
I mean,
just to see if they can get it off.
That's always been there, but it's not like they're not. I don't feel like at the smoke shop they're like.
I know, but I'm also like,
it's just to see if they can get it off, yo. Like,
yeah.
Well, because a lot of times people are paying cash, so that if you're buying like,
okay, but what the fuck am I tipping for?
I mean, you're just if you want to
because they want to guilt trip you, like, because if it's there, it makes you like question. Like I've had to train myself to stop questioning the tip. Like no,
when I
bro,
see it, I'll be looking like, damn, like how could I steal this?
That's
I'm just saying. When I see that smoke shop, I'm just
so you're like the intrusive thought of can I rob the tip jars?
Yes.
Did you see that? I seen the video of a Uber driver. They had a tip jar like in the car,
silliness,
and like in the middle of the dash,
Yeah.
and the chick like
ran it.
Like as soon as she got to her location, grabbed the jar,
dipped out.
And I was like, I kind of get the concept. You're trying to like get cash tips, but I would empty that out every time.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like I wouldn't wait.
This isn't no fucking street performer where you put a couple in so people are, oh shit, nigga, no.
Yeah.
No, you just need to do more. Like airport rides, people tend to pay you with cash.
The airport rides look crazy though. Every time I went there, like there's like that section where they all just sit up there all day. Do you do that?
I don't know. If I drop somebody off at the airport,
you might wait for somebody.
I'll wait back in the line.
Okay, yeah.
But also,
but you're not waking up in the morning like, let me go to the airport.
But you know where the Whataburger's at, right?
Yeah.
So like right there, they got that little parking lot right
Yeah.
there. Those dudes just sit there all day waiting for the ping.
Yeah. Because I mean,
It's like taxis.
If you're doing it all day, you're looking at it from like dollars per like gas. So it's like you're gonna get more money per trip, but the frequency of your trips decreases. But they don't look at it like that because they got nothing else to do. They're just like, how can I maximize my earning potential? But they don't have like, I'm driving in a confined time, so I'm just like, I just need to run it up as much as possible. But if I go to the airport, I'll wait in that line depending upon like if I need to be somewhere else. But there's also a new thing that came out maybe 2 months ago where they rate you. They changed the way they rate you, and then there's like an advantage mode and a standard mode. So if you're like an advantage driver, you make 20% more and you get rides a lot more frequently. So
Weird City money. This is the conversation. Right?
Yeah. So I'm an advantage driver, and you get like you just get preference as far as the amount of rides you get, and you make more than other drivers.
Yeah.
So if you stay true to the game, they hold you down.
Yeah, because they used to like they have these. There's a bunch of metrics that they evaluate on, but one is your cancellation rate and your acceptance rate. So there's two separate things.
Right.
Cancellation is like you accepted a ride, and then even though once you get to a certain level, you can see where it goes. Sometimes you'd be like, nah, I don't want to drive out there. Cancel. So they measure that, and then they measure when it pops on the screen, you can just ignore it. If it goes, there's like a 10-second timer. If you're never accepting rides, they also will evaluate you on your acceptance rate. If you go to accept it and somebody else beats you to it, that's fine. But like they measure those two things, and they used to measure over the lifetime of your driving. But now to keep people honest, it resets every month.
Damn, that's
so you can't just like you can't build up a good like pattern of driving and then turn into a hoe ass nigga who's always canceling and not accepting rides, or that will hurt against you.
That's a tough. It's almost cutthroat.
I mean, you just have to literally just like if you're gonna drive, just accept the rides.
Just do your job.
Yeah, it's pretty much it's rewarding people who are actively trying to help people out, because a lot of times, as it gets later in the night, the people who live like Far 71, Dripping Springs, or people ain't trying to go out there. But I'll hit the ride, and because I mean, them people will be like, man, the last dude canceled on me. I'm so appreciative of you.
And I do hate that. I hate when the Uber drivers cancel me. Like when you're like on a time crunch, and like they like I like at the airport, like from work, I caught like 3 cancellations. I was trying to go to F1.
Yeah,
3 cancellations. I was like, bro, there's no way. And then the one guy that picked me up, this dude accepted the ride, and he was like, I get in the car, and he's like, you don't mind if I stop at the gas station real quick? I need to get some gas.
Yeah, I mean, there might be.
I was like,
that's the new age is.
I was like, no, dude, no. I just canceled it. I canceled it myself. I was like, you got to stop. Like, you should just got the gas before you accepted another ride. But
because like anything, once people start making money, everyone gravitates toward it. Now you, instead of having the people who are just about the Uber driving, you have a bunch of hoe ass niggas who are just trying to finesse making some extra money. You know what I mean? So
I just thought that was crazy.
I know it's easy. You can make. I just have water in my car, and then like if you talk to the people who want to talk, and you play music for the people who want to listen to music, and it's pretty easy.
What about Flex? Amazon Flex. You can't sign up for Amazon Flex right now. I tried to because I had the bus. I was like, oh, I can just throw a bunch of packages in here and make.
Yeah.
But apparently they don't charge about like how many packages you take.
It's time,
like,
right?
It's timed. It's like like they give you a block and they give you a route, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I remember Money did Flex when we was in Dallas, and I did it a couple times with him, and shit seemed cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially when it just be like maybe like 10 packages, and you just kind of, you know.
But it's pre-baked in. Like it's not like
there's no way to get an extra on it. Whereas Uber has that too. I told you they have this Uber delivery, which is, from my experience, it's just people transporting drugs through Uber. Because, like I said, one time I was in.
Oh yeah, right.
I was off Cameron. I was off Cameron Road at these sketchy apartments.
Oh, yeah.
Picked up some package. I drove that hoe all the way out to Lakeway to some big ass mansion in Steiner Ranch, and the sketchiest older Italian gentleman came out and grabbed the package, and he slithered his way back inside. And I'm like, how do you know these Hispanic dudes in the hood on Cameron Road, and you live in Steiner Ranch?
You got the fish scale.
Big 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
But a lot of them deliveries, sometimes it'd be normal people, but when I do the delivery stuff, the person handing me the package, I'm like, and then where I'm going, I'm like, how do you?
Like, would you feel comfortable giving this to a cop?
Yeah,
like, you know
that's the question I want to be asking people, but I just be grabbing the package and just skirt off and
go about your business.
Yeah, you know, but it'd be the funniest. That's been the funniest thing, is in package drop offs have been the funniest thing.
Well, we're at 2:36.
Yeah,
episode 3.
Yeah,
in the books.
In the books.
We made it here.
We'll see y'all next year for episode 4.
Hey,
I'm gonna try to cook for the next 2 hours. If y'all don't see anything, if y'all don't see or hear anything from me, just I don't know how you can hold me accountable, but
hey, you know, we got here, you know.
Yeah. We
I got this because I'm trying to buy a place in New York, so we need this pod to get popping, so I can afford
it.
Tell us more about that. Like a rental or what? Airbnb or what?
Well, we like to go to New York. So we just want to buy a place. Well, you can't do Airbnb. You can't do rentals in New York.
Oh, the way they've cracked down on it.
They clamp down because they're not getting their cut.
So you're trying to buy a place in the like?
Well,
where?
you can do it, but you have to live there too. Actively.
Yeah. You can't just be open and just like take.
Basically, like if you got a 3-bedroom, you need to be in one of those bedrooms. Why people are renting out the other 2 bedrooms?
I hear you.
It's a little weird.
Like Queens, like what part? Like I mean,
well, we got.
I guess how deep is the search? I'm curious now.
Manhattan or Brooklyn is what we're looking at. But we got into this. We've always wanted to.
The cost is what?
Not crazy as we thought. So we've been watching this show. I guess it's an old show, but $1 Million Listing.
Sure.
And so we just been watching it. It was like, oh wow, it's like cool. It's like you know, because we do that here.
Sure.
So we started looking up places, and it was like, there's like 1 and 2 bedrooms for like 200, 300,000, 400,000 because COVID hit New York so hard. Like there's like
devastated the real estate market.
A lot of the pockets of like these places like mad affordable. So we was like, typically when we go to New York, and we'll probably go like 2 to 3 times a year, it costs like $4,000 every time we go.
Sure.
So it was like, damn, we could just buy a place and just like have a spot out there, but obviously we got to like make enough money to afford it. So I don't know if you saw the trailer out there. Like that's another business we're doing. We're doing a mobile bar business, and we're just trying to work to afford a place in New York.
Tell us about the mobile bar business.
Yeah, the mobile bar is called Beyond the Bar, ATX. We do weddings, private parties, and there's some stuff that we don't talk about in the work package, which is like extra value that we provide. That's just between us and the customer. But yeah, we just do private parties, and the concept came because we provide so much more than most of the other mobile bars provide. We'll do we have a horse trailer, so we'll bring the horse trailer if you want to do that, or we'll do a mobile site, which is just a table set up. And then in Texas, you can't get a liquor license, so they have to provide the alcohol.
Oh, okay. That's so you don't have to bring your own alcohol.
No, you don't have to bring your own alcohol. But one of the things we do, we have it set up so that we try to make it not inconvenience for them to get the alcohol. So technically, they're supposed to go shop for it and then just hand us the alcohol at the spot.
Yes,
but we've got it set up through like DoorDash or TaskRabbit, all these other services, so that like
they can just order it.
They can order it, and then we can just make sure it gets.
That's pretty dope. And how like frequent is that? Like a hard market to break in? It sounds like it's competitive.
It's the level that we're doing it, it's harder to get into because we have the trailer.
Yeah.
You could just grab a table and start bartending parties.
Sure.
But we're like a step above that. We do like VIP situations. Like the last party we did was I don't know if you're aware, like they had that AI convention here in in Austin.
Yeah.
So we worked a party for that, and like all the people that were heading that event, like we hosted their party, like I don't know, like one of these downtown apartments in Austin, like 60 floors up. So
how'd you break? Like, what do you advertise? Like, there's got to be some sort of like connect marketing. Like, I'm curious, but it sounds like pretty cool. So.
The end for that was Becca because she works at North. So
Okay, she's seeing that sort of clientele.
She's seeing that clientele, talking about it, and then on the marketing side, like digital marketing, I'm just now getting into digital marketing through Facebook and Instagram.
Sure.
So
that's pretty dope, though.
Starting to pull it through there, but yeah, it's a low barrier to entry depending on how high you want to go in the game.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't follow through with it because they don't like to do the business aspect of it, the marketing.
Do you have to just like you're just serving in plastic cups or like?
Yeah, so we're ordering our plastic cups, but yeah, plastic clubs. If they want to do glass, we'll third party it.
Okay.
We'll basically the customer will pay for that cost.
Yeah, it's all baked into the customer.
Yeah.
Like you whatever they want, they pay for essentially, so it's no additional cost on your end.
Right. And we're starting to try to work with a company called Slab Barbecue. I don't know if we talked about that a little bit. And they cater, so we're kind of like teaming up with them. So we do the alcohol side, and they do the catering side.
Dope.
And that's been working out. So when they get booked with a wedding, we get booked with a wedding with them, and then we work. So we're trying to get into the wedding side of it, outside of just the private parties. And yeah, it's pretty solid. So we're just, I think like going forward, the way the economy's going, I don't know how this whole Trump and Kamala thing's going.
You're just trying to be has as many sources of income.
Yeah, businesses, buying businesses, and a lot of service businesses. I think it's just gonna be the come up. Like I said, we're talking about the Uber, and like all that stuff is gonna come up. So
and then do you have like because I know you have like there's at least a couple LLCs. So do you have a business account where you put the money in, or how do you?
Yeah, it's in a business account, and then as far as so technically, I have a trust.
Yeah,
and then every LLC I have
is tied to the trust.
Tied to trust.
Yeah,
so that's just another LLC.
It's like a holding. It's like a holding company.
Correct.
Yeah, cool.
Correct. Yeah, I use Prime Corporate Services. Let me know. I get referrals. I get payouts, but they're good. Like they manage all of it. They have a good tax service, so they handle all the taxes.
What did they charge you to like a monthly, or how does it work as far as what they charge you to manage everything?
So it's a one-time fee. So they'll basically you pay a one-time fee. Anytime you set up a new entity, they'll just do it for the free.
Okay.
After the one time, the only thing I pay monthly is one for the registered agent.
Sure.
So we have a virtual address, that type of thing. For every new LC, you do have to have a new virtual address and a new agent. In Austin, they only have one virtual address, so you're using the same address, but you have a new agent.
Okay.
And then the other fee is the tax fee that I pay. That's like $60 a month.
You got to take business tax fee, but in Texas it's not.
Right. But it's like you got a professional tax attorney that's like doing all your taxes for you. As long as you keep things standard, like you said, the business account.
Yeah.
So as far as the business account goes, as long as we like everything's expensed on that, it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
The issue is when you start mixing your
personal
card.
Yeah.
When
it gets murky.
You got to have a business account to just charge everything on that. So like they can just look boom, 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 boom.
And quickly do your transactions.
These have deductions. These don't have deductions. This is where you're gonna save and boom. But if they got to go through like you spent Whataburger here on this. You spent Slitterbond. You went to the
on the
Cowboys
same account.
game.
It makes it hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Now
because they got to start. They got to start categories, and that's like, was this like a business meeting or was it just like a meals and entertainment? Then you got to write it off against miles or something like that. So
it's a cool deal. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to hustle, and then this type of stuff too. I don't even want to get into this because
I hear you.
We had conversations about it, but just trying to set up businesses. So yeah. Anyways, donate so we can so I can afford my New York apartment. And we can go to the Cowboys game for $3,000.
Are you going to start driving for other companies now that you're hazmat?
Huh?
Weird City bus.
So now that you have that, like since we're doing the business thing for at the end, like since you have the hazmat license, now it opens up like the wide range of like types of loads you can drive, right?
Yeah.
are you like? Is that something you're looking into? I know it's like stay at Coke, build the resume, but can you?
No, I'm actively looking.
Could you do both or not? When you couldn't do, could you do like on like contract jobs with the hazmat license? But you need your own truck.
I would need my own truck, yeah.
And that's the hard part is because the truck is either either you finance it
Not
or
only can you take a load, you
Yeah.
can take the ultimate load, and even better than that you find your true calling and destiny in your willingness to take the ultimate load.
It's supposed to be like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a
Pause.
pause.
The fuck?
The ultimate load.
But yeah, I mean, trucks cost like $100K.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I've been talking to my brother because I've been thinking about trying to get like a box truck.
Yeah,
and box truck you can do a lot more like contract shit like through Amazon or whoever. You know what I'm saying. But there's a lot of places that
will rent you a truck.
Well, that's when you do like an owner operator thing, and you work for the company, but you know you're paying for the truck, but
They just take that out of your payment essentially,
or however the agreement is or whatever. Yeah. But right now, yeah, I'm actively looking for something hazmat.
Ooh, you know what you could do with hazmat? You could do like the medical delivery stuff.
Yeah.
So if we bought a van,
Oh yeah,
or a bus,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you have to have refrigeration in it. But
yeah,
on some of them.
True that, yeah, because of the.
I looked into this because you obviously you got the license. I did look at this. I'm buying a. When you talk about box truck, you're just about just the front of not like the 18-wheeler part, like the.
No, it's just the straight truck. Just everything's connected.
Oh, wait, what do you call it with the with the 18-wheeler, not with the cargo side, just the truck?
A bobtail tractor. The tractor by itself is what I would have to get like contract work. Because you don't need the trailer. The trailer is everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. It's the bobtail, which is the truck by itself, bobtail or a tractor.
Okay, yeah. So I was looking at those.
Yeah.
Like I seen something like 40,000.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, if you get like something new, it's gonna be like in the 100,000. But yeah, I'm sure that there's ones that are
like used. Or
yeah,
it was like ones that people were using and they're just getting rid of them.
Because a guy showed me a app that he had when I was at Coke that is pretty much like Uber for semis. You know what I'm saying? Like you look up, there's a map, it shows what type of loads there is, and you just pick which one you want.
And you're just doing deliveries, right?
Yeah, or you're going to pick up, drop off, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I forget what it's called, but
That's not a bad
somebody
business.
showed
Yeah,
it.
it's
Someone showed it to me. He said
It's just about getting that upfront money though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I seen some of those. Like I said, I looked into it, but I was like, dang, I ain't got no license. But I was like, dang, Monk's got a license.
Yeah, like
But I just don't know. The only question I was having about it was like not the cost to buy the truck or the van or whatever the case. Really just the upkeep. Like I don't.
Yeah, that's where
tires you got to replace.
Yeah,
Rip a tire.
like
out
the
once.
dude who showed me that app, he was like, man, I was thinking that's kind of dope gig. He was like, yeah, he was like, but my family thinks that I'm paid. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, you not? He was like, nah, nigga. He said, man, like tires alone, he spent like 20
what?
racks
On tires?
Yeah, like the upkeep. Like if you buy some shit that's just like a fixer upper,
yeah,
you gonna have a long day. You know what I'm saying? But if you get something that's fairly decent, you know what I'm saying, then it should kind of pay for itself. But people get it fucked up because they think when they see like the owner operator pay and it'd be like $7,000 a week and shit.
Yeah.
That shit goes towards so much fucking shit from the gas, from everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's 7 racks. You might see like 2 or 3.
My gamble usually is try to get something decent.
Right.
And then it's a gamble. It's just like, how long can this last before I take a L?
Right.
Like
yeah.
if you got enough contracts lined up, so he's like, say, I don't know how many pickups you do. Like if you can go 5 months with no major issues, like how much can you make in those 5 months to make it make sense?
Right.
Like it's still a gamble because you could take an L in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. but see, like what I would think is that you would start off small, where you're just taking loads that say I'm just taking loads that are from San Antonio to Houston.
Right.
Just to save on gas and whatever.
Wear and tear.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if you can kind of be good off of that and not be like greedy about it, I think you could really lit. Because this nigga, he came and he was like from Seguin to right here in Burnett. He said it was like a $500 trip.
Wait, Seguin? That's it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you could literally pick your loads around some places, but you're gonna have to be very frugal with everything that you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you can have it where you're not fucking over the road for all the. You can work local. You know what I'm saying? You would just probably have to look and see. And I'm pretty sure like the market is kind of big, but I don't know how big the market is. Like,
wait, big like
on that
saturated
app.
or big like a lot of opportunities, or big like a lot of people are doing it?
I mean, the market's big on opportunities, but then also how big is, because like trucking apps aren't really popping like that.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you go into Google Play Store, like you
No
rarely
one just thinks about.
yeah, like they'll probably have like 13K or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is companies are probably like, yeah, we're not gonna fuck with that yet, because it's one thing to do Uber and not have background checks, but then have niggas come through in their trucks and picking up shit with no background check.
It's different. It's
Yeah, it's
story.
different.
Yeah. You just be like, okay, click, I'm gonna take that. Then you go pick up your load. Your load's a Ferrari. And so they're trusting you to take their load to, you know what I'm saying? So not every place
like
is
that
probably
pressure.
right. You know what I'm saying? So
I
don't know.
be in the bus like checking my mirrors and like
Yeah. You know what's crazy? The other day, I had to drive a box truck at work, and that shit was like, it wasn't hard, but it was just different because I'm making big ass turns and shit.
Yeah,
Niggas
yeah.
like, bro, you're in a box truck. I'm just like, I'm so used to a fucking 18-wheeler, you know what I'm saying? And just be able to turn around and look. But yeah, I don't know. Being a truck driver definitely made me a different driver for the better.
Wow.
Like I'm very vigilant. Like I give truck drivers like the space they need. I tell my girl, like, yo, like these niggas, you know what I'm saying? When you see them swerving, like niggas don't do that on purpose. Like sometimes you just can't fucking help. You can't help whatever the fuck that trailer's doing.
I did have one of the Amazon
Because
guys.
just the weight once it's
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
It's the
wind,
size,
wind
bro.
plus weight, yeah.
Yeah.
And
You know,
speed.
it's always gonna be like I be driving straight, but if you behind me or beside me, I'm going like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and you know, Kobe, we got bullshit.
That's how I
there,
feel
too,
with just
so.
driving the boat. Like, because the trailer just be swaying back there.
Right,
And I just
yeah.
be like,
Yeah,
it'd be making
yeah.
me nervous. I hate driving. Like, when I drove it to
Mhm.
Houston, I was like, you know, and then like, you know, you just follow the GPS.
Yeah.
And like, I done gotten some spots was like, yo.
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
like, you know, now, like, because at one spot, we was like a mad inconvenience because like we went further than we needed to go. So we had to reverse it and like
Yeah.
both sides of the stop, like everybody was like just pissed. Like they
Oh,
had to
yeah.
back up. I had to back up. But I seen going straight, I was like, there's no way to turn around up there. Like I
Yeah.
gotta take this L and I gotta piss these people off. like
And you just
gotta
deal,
do
you
what
just
you
deal
gotta
with the
do.
honks.
I just deal with it. Like
And you give them the emoji like.
but that was the first time
Yeah.
I dealt with that. And I was like, yo, this is not even like this is just a boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if it was like for work, I don't know. I just you know.
Yeah. Work is, you know, but
So is it worth it? Well, it must be worth it because some people do it. Doing your own thing versus you hold the risk if you do your own thing versus working for someone.
yeah, I mean, like
Or is the money not that much different?
it really just I feel like it depends on the person, you know what I'm saying? And it depends on what you got. You know what I mean? Like the money, I feel like by yourself, I feel like it's different because when you're by yourself, like that means you're paying for your own like health insurance. You know what I'm saying? And then your car insurance and that shit, or your truck insurance, that shit's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. People get so fucked up when they see the like we're hiring an owner operator and you get $8,000 a week, and people are like, oh shit, like bro, like.
But you have to cover all the back end
Right,
stuff that
you know
the
what I'm
company,
saying?
the
So
company
you
usually
might
covers, so.
might come off with like just 2 racks.
So you're like, I mean, well, sometimes people do it like they bake it per trip. I be operating different where I'm like, all right, so if my cost for insurance and this, that, and the other is $10,000 for January, February, I'm basically just working to pay all that off for the whole year.
Right.
And then
But then you also got to have something kind of if like your truck breaks down.
well, yeah,
Like
yeah.
so you always have to have some type
you
of
have to
cushion.
save a little bit.
Yeah.
I just think it's like easier, and it's just my mentality. It's just because I know like I'm gonna probably be suspect with the money. It's easy for me to pay like everything up front.
Right, yeah.
And then like I'm like, okay, now I know those costs are in there. I got 7 months to try to make
break
profit.
even.
Right,
See,
yeah.
but the reality is a lot of people can't approach it where they can cover the cost of paying everything up front. That's
Right, yeah.
Well, even if you're working for it, like because I just were my job. Like, it's like I try to like, okay, what I got the car insurance, this, that, and the other. Typically for me, what I do every year, January, those first 2 to 3 checks, that just covers the car insurance. I don't know what I think the lights are going to be, like all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It is kind of tough to do that.
Yes.
Because you got to just kind of eat trash for like the first month. But then I just know me personally, like there's stuff coming up. Like we talk about the Cowboys game. It's stuff that I know is going to come up. These costs are going to affect me later. Like for something I want to do. I can't afford it because my monthly overhead is so high.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of got to eat dirt for a little bit. That's just how I have to operate. Because you see I be buying stuff. And it's just like, it's just hard to play that leverage game of like the monthly payments. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, damn. That's a lot to that. Like I said, I tried to look into it, but it's a lot. But a lot of them say like, one, like even the medical thing, you just have to have like a van, which I was like, cool. Unless you get a new one, you can get a decent one. But then you got a CDL, and then they want you to have. That's really kind of it. On some of that medical stuff, it was the CDL was the barrier to entry.
Yeah,
and then you have to have a refrigerated vehicle, which is interesting too. But
I mean, are you?
There's a lot of pockets to make money.
Or depending how big you want to go, get a fucking
can you throw
a
in
regular
like
refrigerator,
a deep freezer in your
that's what I'm saying.
in your vehicle and just run it into like a power converter
or a
type
mini
deal?
fridge or some shit.
I didn't get that deep.
Yeah. What's the buses? Where do you?
It's at the airport.
Okay, you're able to just free park it there.
Yeah, no questions asked.
How long you think that will be? You'll be able to sustain that?
Oh, forever. I mean, I just put the company. I ordered some magnets, like our company magnets. I just.
Oh, so it looks like a commercial vehicle.
Slapped it on the side.
So
it's like,
wait, it has Weird City on it? Or what?
No, it's like the company I work for at the airport.
I just wanted to make.
Not the Weird City company. No.
No, that's cool.
I ordered some magnets for my job, and I just put it on the side, and it's like, all right, because there's mad vehicles up there that are just like clearly not moving.
Yeah.
But I will say, like the one time, like my trailer out here, I just put it out there, and like we got a letter like 3 days later, like unauthorized vehicle out here.
Oh, because it had no company.
I don't. Yeah. I think that might have been what it is.
And they were trying to try
it.
You too.
It was a little bit like timing because they were about to start trying to work on the gravel in the parking lot.
Sure.
So I don't know, but just to hedge it, like I said, no one's questioned the bus. I just slap the thing on, and they're like, all right, cool, because it looks like a commercial vehicle.
That's smart.
And then once I trick it out, cover the windows up a little bit.
What's the timeline on that? I know obviously it's like depends upon how much free time you have, but
soon, like I was telling Mo before we got here, like we just now finishing out that trailer out there, so that's been costing money for materials and stuff. So I've been basically putting everything into that so we can like lock down on some of those contracts and to promote it. So we're trying to shoot videos for it and all that stuff. We're gonna look at it in a second.
How many hours are you putting in right now? You got to be grinding to be able to.
Not enough. I don't think I'm grinding that hard. I could do more, but I think I've been putting in weekends. So my ideal plan was during the week I work on the bus while I'm at work on the clock.
Oh, okay. You're able to.
On the weekends, I work on the trailer.
Okay, so because of the nature of where planes are coming in and out, you have downtime where you can just be in.
Hella downtime.
See, that's a lick. See, I'm trying in my head.
It's like 5 hours of downtime.
Where's he getting the time? But that makes sense. And then you just bring the materials to work that you need, type deal.
Well, I can put in. Yeah, well,
and you have all the tools. I'm guessing on site you have any tool that you would need.
So for both the bus and the trailers, the biggest is, well, I bought 2 trailers, but the biggest expense has been buying the tools for the sanding, for the like tools I don't have.
Yeah,
that's Becca does all the budgeting and stuff. So she takes all the receipts and puts everything in, and like I think over 50% of the cost was buying tools.
And she's got, based off of her time at North and her role, she's able to be pretty. She works 4 days a week, so she's got plenty of time to handle that.
Yeah, her choice. I mean, she does budgeting once a week.
Yeah,
maybe twice a week.
But she has the flexibility to be able to do that, which is cool.
Oh, that's her bag. She's good with that. Like me, I'm just like spend it. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, So most of the costs, but now that I'm kind of got like all the tools, the cost is just materials, which the materials aren't that expensive.
No.
But But yeah, now that I finished that trailer out there, yeah, now I'm getting into like it just depends on how bad how big I want to go with the bus. The only major decision we're making right now is if we want to take the walls off and insulate it or not.
Okay.
That's it. Now, it depends on how much time we would spend in it. Like if we're not spending a lot of time in it, run a couple AC units, like those portable AC units.
Yeah.
And just try to get
work.
it cool
Basically
enough.
saying without insulation, it doesn't stay cool as long, right?
Exactly.
That's
That's the whole debate right now. So, but like I said, before this pod, I was thinking about taking these walls off and just putting them in there and just rocking it today. But it was last minute, and so we're trying to get out of like the pre-pod production stuff. But really, right now, just as it sits, if I put 2 AC units in there, put some of these up, we could rock in there right now. It just would have to be pre-cooled. So it's not like,
so you don't step in there and you're like,
damn,
hey, y'all look like y'all sweating while y'all potting. Y'all all right? That's cool. That's dope. That's actually pretty fire.
But it's a lot. I was trying to tell Mo, it's a lot bigger than this. Like it's about 18 feet. So like walking in it, like there's a lot of space. Because I walked in here today because we haven't been here in a while. When I walked in here today, I was like, damn, I'm not space in here at all. But I've been used to being in that bus every day. So yeah, I'm kind of ready to get that moving.
Hell yeah.
Business pod.
It just segued. It just segued. It felt like it was natural and it worked. Yeah, there was like a lot of covers. There was like what Uber, CDL, like real estate talk, entrepreneurial business. Yeah, that was pretty effective. Yeah,
All right. Yeah. Weird City season 3 episode 3.
Free Diddy.